All right, guys. So we're live. STBA podcast, War Room number 2. Thank you to each and every one of you that are taking part of this little experiment that we're doing. We want to bring people within the same field or different fields together just to have a conversation about the market. Today, we're beyond and grateful with everybody that was able to show up today. Here on my far right, we have Mr. George. George, can you introduce yourself to the people?
How you doing, guys? My name is Jorge Valdez from Imperio Real Estate.
And you're also the owner of?
I'm also the owner of Dante Title and the broker for Monarca, the firm, G Real Estate, of course, Imperio.
That's Mr. George. And then we have here on my right, Mr. Jaime.
Hello, guys. My name is Jaime Lee Gonzalez with the Jaime Lee Gonzalez Realtor team, powered by Keller Williams.
The man himself, Mario Guerrero. This is Mr. Ronnie.
Ronnie with Structure Team.
Efrain Gomez with Gomez 3 Construction.
I'm Elsa Garcia with the Elsa G Realty Group, powered by Saneti Real Estate.
And my name is Juan Pablo Lopez with Golden Valley Homes and Golden Valley Real Estate.
So as everyone here can see, is we're all in the real estate industry. One thing that we like to do here at SCBA is bring people together and just talk about the industry, what they see moving, what they don't see moving. Each and every one of these professionals has a real estate license, right?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Active.
Active.
Right.
Let's not forget.
George, is yours active?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
I didn't check it before I came.
So let's get down to it. Like how, why, and what, and how. I remember me and JP started at the same time.
We did.
We started at the same time.
Started at the same time. I actually met you when you were showcasing your fourplexes on Sugar Road.
Yeah.
Sugar Road. Yeah.
I remember I had posted on Facebook. I was like, hey, this is an open invitation to any realtor that wants to come. We're going to be doing this at the subdivision. There was nothing that was built yet.
No.
And JP was one of the first guys to show up. And I was like, how long you been in real estate? I just started. I was like, let's go.
I'll be very honest with you. I took him to yours. We showed him preview. I took a bunch of clients, but they weren't ready. Ronnie was a little bit more ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And I actually sold 2 of Ronnie's.
Oh, nice.
Remember?
Yeah,
Stop by your
bro.
office.
No, he doesn't remember.
Oh, nice.
It was yesterday. Like it was yesterday.
Ronnie's like, I still things every day. I couldn't remember what I
No,
sold.
bro. Yes, I remember, bro. You had just started in the game. Yeah.
That's when
and then we went and we hung out at that place at one time with those guys.
With those guys.
What a great time! What a badass time!
Crazy. So how many years ago was that?
That was about 2.5 years ago.
So we've only been realtors for 2.5 years now.
Realtors for 2.5 years.
Yeah. I remember
I feel blessed to be here, sitting amongst all of you all.
Yeah.
Hey, but JP's building now too.
Yeah. So how'd you get involved with that?
How'd you get inspired to do that?
So about 2.5 years ago, I got into real estate. I started with Yuli and his family with the firm Real Estate. We were sitting at an office. We were sitting at the conference room. Remember, Yuli? And I told Yuli, I want to start building. I want to build an LLC, right? I want to start building. So actually, him and Yuli and another girl that worked there helped me build Golden Valley Homes LLC. They helped me build Golden Valley Homes LLC, which was probably about my first month in real estate.
But tell them where Golden Valley came from.
Well, Golden Valley comes from...
I remember when he showed me, he's like, hey, let me show you Golden Valley. I was like, badass. And it was, go for it.
I used to work 20 years in the refineries, and for anybody that works in the refineries, when you go to the East Texas, North, South, East Texas, over there by Houston, there's Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Orange County, yeah. And they call that the Golden Triangle because of all the refineries and all the oil money that's over there. That's what I used to do, right? So when I come back home, I mean, I start looking at everything that's going down here in the valley, right? We're in a boom. There's so much money to be made over here. So when I thought about a name and what to name my company, I called it Golden Valley because of the Golden Triangle of over there.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get involved. So you what did you have to do? How did you start with the building?
Well, I started the LLC, right? And that brings me to another topic, right? It's like people say real estate's a stepping stone, right? That's what we say amongst each others, right? Like, it's like, oh, real estate, it's going to be a stepping stone for something bigger, right? Well, it can be if you prepare yourselves, right?
Okay.
But what's going to happen when that rock comes and stands in your way? Will you be able to step on it, or are you going to just fall? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it started by creating an LLC with Yuli, right? That's already motivation, right? Besides that, I mean, random people that I kept meeting, you know, I would ask Ronnie a question about building. You know, if I see Gomez somewhere, I'd ask him another question. He just put the dots together, right? Start writing it all on paper, and when the opportunity comes, you just execute it.
So how many houses have you built?
I'm going to hit 24 within a year.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You know how long it took me to build 24 houses, bro?
24 houses, bro.
I gotta ask because obviously this is an STBA podcast. How much did STBA have in that type of success, right?
Well, I think, I mean, if I could just call some people out, right? I mean, Cesar gave me a spreadsheet.
Sergio?
Shout out to him, man.
Sergio, I was like, Sergio, you know how to organize myself. He gave me a spreadsheet, right? Spreadsheet that I still use right now. You know what I mean? When it came time to where do I order my material, right? I called Ronnie, and Ronnie said, go with.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We don't want to mention it. Whoa. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I mean.
He fired him already.
Yeah, no shit, right? I used,
So yeah,
I didn't
don't
use
say the
them,
name.
Ronnie. I used somebody different, right? But you, no. Definitely most of the guys, that's why I joined, because most of the guys that were in this, in STBA were very helpful with different pointers on how to get started, so.
Yeah. And now you'll be at 24 homes.
I'm going to be at 24 total projects by the end of the year. I'm at 13 complete, 2 specs underground, 2 customs underground, 4 fourplexes going up in Hidalgo, and a few more projects lined out. I should hit 24 by October.
So for any, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to put this out there because I think it needs to be said. For any builders out there that are interested in building, or anybody out there that's interested in becoming a builder, the best place to share and gather information is in this organization.
Yep.
Yep,
Right?
that's right.
It's a testament. JP's a testament to the success.
Yeah.
Right? You do things right, pay the fee, man.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, how much is $1,500 fee to get into the membership, to get access to
success, to life?
I would say it's very
24
beneficial.
homes ain't a joke, right?
No, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Doesn't matter how big of a builder you are. You're a small builder, a big builder, or not even a builder yet,
Yeah.
right?
Very helpful. I mean, you can get a lot of knowledge from most of the guys that are here. Everybody's always willing to share everything, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I was getting information from y'all before I even joined. So when I became a builder, it was just a matter of time before I joined STBA.
It was real evident. I mean, I remember when we came in, we were part of that first group that came
Yeah.
in, right? And our group that we came in, and because I now being in it for a while, you kind of see like the bunches of people that are coming in real estate, and you can see who's moving or not. But one thing that I realized but I see is that you were always hustling, bro.
Yeah.
And if it was one thing that JP was doing, is like, hey, wait, I'm going over here. I'm going to go check this out, and I'm going to go do this. One of the first fishing tournaments that I threw, me and
Yeah.
JP threw it together.
Threw it together, yeah.
And we got 14 boats on the water.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in San Antonio, and JP was hustling, getting everything
Yeah.
together, bro.
Yeah.
And we threw the tournament, and we had like at least a good like 80 to 100 people there.
Mario was out there trying to get his lending license. I told him I'm going to organize everything,
And I
when
got it.
And when we get there, Mario, you're going to take care of the weight. He liked it. Didn't you do the?
I did everything.
You
I
did
did
the weight count. over
Yeah,
there as well?
I helped the weight master, and at the time I was getting my mortgage license, which I got it. I just never actually put it to work. Sitting behind a computer and inputting numbers is not my thing.
Yeah.
Fixing people's incomes is not my thing.
Hey, but if you think about it, bro, that really wasn't that long ago.
No.
Like, what is that? 2 years ago,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
right?
you
How things change,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When you work together
Yeah.
with others.
Yeah.
Kudos, man. Kudos to you.
Miss
Yes,
Elsa,
sir.
how did you get involved in real estate?
So mine was accidental / by design. I've done sales. I like to buy and sell a lot for myself. So I've probably moved around 24 times in this past year or something like that. But
Twice a month?
Almost. No, for real.
Who's your moving company? No, I'm sorry, I have to ask because
Yeah, no, for real.
one of the most important things that you need is a good
It's
moving
a great
company.
moving company, yes.
She just opened one. She realized the need.
Yeah,
I'm spending too much money on movers.
I was filling out my global entry card, and I have to answer how many addresses you've had in the past 5 years, and that's when I realized I move a lot. But back to the question at hand, because I move around a lot, I decided, you know what, I don't have a lot of things to do already besides everything I do. I want to go get my license. And so I was transitioning into being an empty nester. My daughter was going to Norway for foreign exchange student. And I decided I want something else to do. So I decided to go get my Realtor license. And I was doing it part-time, so I come from a clinical background.
What is this? I hear you have a PhD. Is this true?
Yes. So
You're a doctor?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, excuse me. I didn't know.
So that's what I was doing. I was out of private practice for 17 years, and then I started doing real estate as a time filler for my empty nesting broken heart. And then I just loved it so much that I eventually transitioned into doing it full-time, closed my practice about 3 years ago, and I've been doing real estate full-time since.
Wow, congrats.
And
Thanks.
successful people come from Stark County.
Yes, we do.
You know what? Honestly, they do.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even know she was related to me. I'm gonna throw that out there.
So we are related.
There's something in
I
the
think
water.
everyone in Stark County is related.
That is awesome.
This is my
Yeah,
cousin.
so-
This is my cousin. This is my cousin and my wife. I'm just kidding. So I love Stark County. But you know what? There's something in the water in Stark County because, man, there's some really I mean, not that there's not talented people here. Obviously there is. But Stark County's got some really talented people.
We're hard workers. We have a really great work ethic. I think
Yeah.
the
The
three of
work
us from here
ethic,
can
yeah.
I
attest to
think that our high school taught us that. You know,
Yeah.
everyone in high school, every professor there was actually out there
Yeah.
trying to push us to become better, and they did a good job.
They did.
They did a very good
In
job.
Stark County, did at the time, right, when you were all living in Stark County,
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
Just graduated,
I
bro.
mean, it's gotta feel like the small town. Yeah. What are you,
Yeah.
21 now? Because I'm 22, and I think I'm a
Más
little
o
older than you.
menos, yeah.
It's
Going
a
on
small.
60.
Who invited this guy? Anyway, Stark County's great.
Yeah.
No, it is, and you were going to say something about that, like
Stark County. Well, it feels like a small town to McAllen, right? To the suburbs.
Right.
And there's something about being from a small town because I grew up in Mission, and Mission back then, Southside Mission. It's a barrio, right? And you want to get out of that, right?
Right.
You grow up in the hood, right?
Yeah.
You're in Roma, you grow up, and you move to Edinburgh.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what
For
everybody
real.
did.
That's what you aspire to
everybody
be.
You aspire to
right?
get-
aspire to
Yeah.
get too.
I
Try and get out.
moved from Stark
Yeah.
County, and I was living on 107 in front of Walmart. I
Yeah.
thought I was in a big city.
Yeah.
Bro,
I,
but-
I was I was in Houston downtown
But I
on 107.
Me pierdo, güey.
but you want to succeed. You want to
Right,
do
right.
something. You want to get out of that. And so I think part of that coming from Stark County and that hard work ethic, stems from that and the families that are there and how hard everybody works.
And we go back, and it's so nice to go back, spend a weekend there.
Yeah.
We still have family, and it's really nice just to
See where you came from.
Go
Yeah.
back to your
Yeah.
roots, and understand what really is out there, and what the young generation is to expect is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I think one of the most important things on getting to where you want to be is not losing sight of where you come from.
Right.
Right. I think it's
Absolutely.
extremely
Yeah,
important that
yeah.
you stay humble
Right,
and know what it's like before all the success. Right.
Right,
Yeah.
hearing his success, and in such short period of time, STBA is a great company. Organization. I'm sorry, but just to I'm already thinking outside the box. If I were to hear a young builder that would that wants to start his business and is starting his business, shit, I'll pay for him to be at STBA
Yeah.
just so that he can come learn.
Yeah.
Because
and get me on his listings.
sir,
There's a catch.
No, obviously joking aside, Jaime and I joke all the time, but absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right?
Why not? Give out, stuff like that amongst us that, we've made it, we're there already.
Yeah.
So, there's 2-3 builders that are just starting, but then $1,500 is $1,500. How long did it take you to think about it? Do I
the $1,500?
do I get it there? Yeah.
That's actually a really good question, right? Because when you're starting off, bro, you ain't got money.
You don't want to spend them on an organization that you're not sure is going to give you back.
Yeah.
Right.
So
What was that like, right? When did you make the decision? Said, you know what?
Because I was on you for a while. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, you got to come in. You got to come in. And I
think
know you were
Ronnie
hustling.
would call me too, and I said, let me build some houses before I go in there. I don't want to go in there like an
So he
easy.
built 24.
Yeah.
And I was like,
All right.
and then I built some, and then I was like, well, you know what? Like, I now I got to sell some to feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I think I was at Matt's Catch and Carry looking at some numbers when y'all were having that podcast
Yeah.
with Matt's.
Yeah.
And then I think it was shortly after, like about a couple of weeks after that, I was like, let me join already.
Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have you on.
Yeah, and we're appreciative of every member that's part of STBA, and especially all the members that do contribute, like yourselves, and you guys. You guys are always there. Efrain's been here from the very beginning. How does that make you feel, bro? Like,
Just listening to JP's story is great. I mean, because that's really what made us start this whole organization when we first started was, I mean, how can we give back? I mean, I think now you're probably, in a short period of time, you've probably had a ton of experience, right? So now you got to pass that baton to the next to the next builder, to the next person that's looking into it. So
I mean,
that's great to hear. I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, that's great in such a short period of time.
I mean, to add to that, I mean, I'm 40 years old, right? 41, something like that. 39. Let's call it 39.
Damn,
But,
JP, you look good, bro.
I know.
But it's like, I mean, you're at a certain age where you're like, you get into something and you're like, man, I gotta run because I'm already late. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Some of these
Right.
kids, they're like, I mean, they're joining in at 18. Which shout out to my daughter. She just joined my team.
Ooh.
18 years old, right?
Oh, man.
They got time to move a little bit slower.
We
than-
talk
than-
about
than us.
legacy in this organization all the time, bro. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
remember I called
That
him.
right there
I
will
called
be
him.
my biggest accomplishment right there.
Yeah.
I called him and he
That's
was
pretty
like, "Hey, bro, I gotta tell you, bro, my daughter just got her license." Like, dude, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Qué con madre.
if you should,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great starting point to build some income.
Yeah.
A little bit of income coming in, because necessarily, and I'm not knocking school down for anybody. If your thing is going to college, get an education, getting a degree and doing that, do it. But it's not for everybody, right? And if you can have some sort of little break to where you can figure yourself out and also make some money, why not?
Yeah, well, my deal with her is like, she's going to go to Pan Am. She's going to get a business degree. She'll do real estate with me part-time. I don't know if you all already saw. They did like 3 videos with her already. We were promoting a block party that's going down next week. So.
as long as you don't keep her from going and getting
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I
you
want
know,
her.
you-
Yeah.
Because
That's the
every
only- That is the only like loophole.
because people start looking at the money,
Yeah.
people start getting
No, she-
paychecks, and then they lose interest.
She
and
has to
it's very
finish
important.
college. Like if she
It has
drops out
to.
of college, then she can't work with me no more. She has to go work with Jaime.
She's gonna be on my
You know
team.
Brother, she can work with me, bro.
what I mean? No. Don't go work with them.
So, Mr. Efrain, you do have your real estate license and you are a builder.
And a lender.
And a lender. What
Full
made
back,
you
full
what made you want to do all this
And
stuff?
obviously a model, right?
Right. Efrain, how old are you, bro?
if
How old are you?
I'm 40.
I'm 40.
Yeah.
I'll be 41 next month. What do these fuckers eat?
He doesn't.
They wake up at 4, they work out.
I feel like you're mocking me.
that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, honestly, I mean, I started in the whole real estate game. I mean, I hate to say it, but about 22 years ago, from the drafting to the construction to different types of projects. And honestly, I always thought about getting my license, but the one that pushed me was Mario. I mean, I think I had a conversation with Mario, I don't know,
A while
2 years
back,
ago or
yeah.
something like that. I don't remember.
How does he say it? How does he say it? Just fucking do it, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
can already hear
it
him
was
saying
it was one of those things where sometimes we make excuses. I don't have time, I don't have this, or I don't have that. But to me, it's something that has helped me guide my clients. So a lot of it was more of the education side of things. So It's just another tool that I can use as part of my everyday process of building homes, working with my investors, working with different organizations or different people that I can at least offer a little bit more insight on something that I kind of knew about, but not in depth.
Right.
And to add on to that, on the lending side, I mean, I'm not sitting behind a computer all day either, but it does give me the insight of different programs, how some of these things work, what to look for when somebody's looking at qualifying to be able to invest or build or whatever. So to me, it's just knowledge that I can pass on.
Yeah.
And that's my mission is to try to gain as much knowledge as possible for my clients and my investors and everybody.
Definitely. I mean, if you're able to at least know some of every aspect of the construction industry, it only puts you more on the higher level. I remember when we actually had that conversation, and I was telling Efrain that the reason, I told this to George, I got my real estate license because, from JP, I was going through the same thing, and I got back home, and the old man was like, look, dude, if you want to change your life, I'm tired of seeing you bounce around. I'm tired of seeing you back and forth. You need to get your real estate license. And what I did was, I had some money saved up, and I was like, you know what, screw it. And I took off to San Antonio, and I got my real estate license. I think in like no more than 2 months, I was a realtor. And at the time, my dad didn't have anything to sell because he was still developing the new subdivision. He had no construction on the ground. And I remember I told this to George, like, man, I started making notes. Like, I read this book, and I tell everybody this. I read this book called I Win. It was the owner of Remax wrote this book, and in chapter 8, he gives you a letter that you write, and you just fill in the blank. And not one listing came from that. I'm not going to lie and say that a listing came from that, because I remember I would walk 17, 24, 19, 20 miles at a time every day, waking up at 4 in the morning. I would pick a different district. Today I'm going to Westaco. Today I'm going to Edinburgh. Today I'm going to Mission. And I was just walking houses because I was already a realtor, and I was with Remax. And when you're with Remax, you have to pay an office fee, and you have to pay Remax a fee. So I was having like $1,000 go out every month, but nothing was coming in, right? Plus expenses, living life, money was just going out, but nothing was coming in. And then eventually the old man, he finished the subdivision, and then we started selling. Came across a for sale by owner sign, and I called the guy, and it turned out it was a house that we had built for him, and he gave me the opportunity. And within 9 hours that I listed the house, I got a full cash offer for it for over $500,000. So just like that, like, things started changing. But I remember I told Efrain, I was like, if one thing that I saw from being builders, you have more control of your product, and nobody knows your product more than the builder. And one of the things that I noticed was, now that I list products, I also see that I list a fourplex. This happened to me the other day. I list a fourplex, I get a showing from some realtor, and I was driving, I was like, man, I'm gonna stop by and see how this is going. It was around the time that she had requested the showing, and I pull up in the realtor smoking a cigarette outside the fourplex. And her clients were walking the fourplex. And I get down, I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's the showing going? Oh, todo está bien, están viendo el fourplex. I was like, have you showed it to them? No. I'm letting them walk it by themselves. And in my mind, I was like, that's wrong. Like, how is that okay?
That's the kind of realtor that 3 months later, he's like, man, I was showing that person houses for 3 months, and somebody else got here in a week, and they were able to close them. Like, well, do something about it, bro. Like, go close them.
Yeah, no, it does give you a little bit more control from the building aspect. Yeah. When you're the builder, you also get to list it. Not necessarily, we don't always have the time to be there, but it does give you a little bit more of control of your product.
So coming from the builder side of things, that we put product on the ground. You have some specs coming up, right? I mean, there's some investment into that, right? Firsthand. Yeah. So a lot of times when you've got all this skin in the game, you have a greater sense of getting this project moving and sold, right?
Right.
So if you don't have a whole lot of skin in the game, it might be easy just to go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Right. So what I can say from my personal experience, if you're new to the real estate industry, or maybe you've been around for a long time, and you're working with builders or an investor that's like, hey, I need to move this product. You have to understand that there's that there's a reason why the calls keep coming in. Is there any offers? Is there any this and that? Because there's a lot of investment behind that, right? There's a lot of time, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of funds, and then just following up. I mean, something as simple as, hey, it's Friday, we've got this many showings, or we didn't get any showings. What can we do to bring in more offers?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you can kind of get caught up in the whole day-to-day life, but if you want to be successful in the industry, you have to have the ability to just simple follow-up.
Yeah.
Text, call, email, or whatever.
No, definitely. And like Efrain just said, it's a lot of investment goes into this construction, and a lot of the times there's deadlines that need to be met, and you need to be selling things at a certain time. If not, builders are paying interest on all this. So when things are not being sold every month, things are being paid. Whether it gets sold or not, there's money going out. So I've had realtors like, gee, this builder just keeps calling. Well, yeah, you probably don't understand how much the builder has invested in that or what the loan was on that construction. And the builder still has to pay, whether the house gets sold or not. There's still money that has to go out. Plus, they still got to pay you your 4% or your 5% or your whatever, 6%. Plus, that percentage has to get shared with the realtor or whatever, right? But it still has to get paid, right?
Yeah.
Plus the taxes, property taxes.
Yeah.
The longer you hold it.
Maintenance, brother.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
And the maintenance, there you go.
And the maintenance of the property.
Taka, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's Efrain for you guys. Jaime.
Well, my name's Jaime Gonzalez again with the Jaime Gonzalez Realtor team. So I've been in the business going on 6 years in November. Come from also a medical background. I was in the outpatient rehab business for probably 18 plus years. That was great. It was a great 18 plus years. A lot of success, a lot of traveling, a lot of investing, a lot of great things happened, right? And then, wanting to invest and wanting to grow and wanting to do different things, that's when I decided to get my real estate license. And so I did. And because of that, I decided I needed to do this full time. I did not want to work this, half-ass. So,
You have to carry it.
fast forward to that,
There we go.
we decided to, close doors of rehab companies and then do real estate, full time.
That one's
And I'll never forget going into the Keller Williams office and sitting in a cubicle and asking myself, what am I going to do now? So what am I selling? What am I listing?
I can't even picture you
What
doing that,
have
bro.
I done?
No, seriously, coming from an office this big, at my personal office to a cubicle, and trying to understand. Okay, so what am I going to sell? Oh, bitch, that's your problem. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's when reality hit.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You're going to do great, little buddy.
I think that's the part where we realize
Yeah.
that every day we wake up unemployed, right? We have to go out and generate our business, find our business, and we have to be able to put in that effort to generate that business. It
Right.
doesn't just come.
I think that's a
Like-
misconception, right?
Yeah.
As a
yeah.
realtor.
And
Real
and
estate,
it's
the hustle
funny
is real.
because
You
you
have to
see
go get
real
it.
estate agents, think that everything's going to fall in their lap, and it's not. Exactly. So,
gotta get up.
this 6 years have been a great lesson for my career, my future, my family, because I treat it as a full-time job. So, waking up at 4:30 in the morning, doing what I do until I get to the office, which is at 6:30, 7 sometimes. I do that every single day. So
George over there.
yeah. Every
¿Por qué tan temprano?
What are you doing? What are you doing up at 4 in the
What
morning?
for? Title doesn't open till 9. but it helped, because every single time, like I tell the agents that are on my team, you get to the office, there's always going to be work. And if you're at home, you feel like, and I want to keep home for family. I don't want to work from home.
Right.
I do not. I refuse to, because when I'm at home, I don't check emails. I don't check, because I have kids, my wife's cooking or whatever we're doing. I want to do that 100% when
Home is
I'm at
home.
home. Yeah,
Yeah,
home is home. So I think that part of my success was just my mindset was just there. It was drilled into making sure I was just going to be nonstop, and it happened. I made it work, and I'm at the weekends. I do take calls and I do what I do, but every single day I'm at the office by 7 a.m. and I don't leave till the day ends. but we've been doing very, very good, and thanks to STBA, and you guys probably took a little too long to join, but STBA was a great part of my success.
We're here now.
Yeah. It was a great part of my success.
I paid my fee.
But I will say this, and it's very important to say, right? And we've talked about this a lot. All we can do is provide a network.
Yeah.
That is all we can do. You got to work it. You have access, and if you need help, Mario's gonna answer your phone call,
right?
And he's gonna try to help in any way that he can. But you got to work it,
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Just because you joined SCBA doesn't mean now it falls on my lap.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The
Nah.
first builder that gave me an opportunity and is still on. We're a great team is Carolina Homes. And I came
Ariel.
into STBA before he did.
Yeah.
And then I brought him in.
Yeah.
But Ariel was the first builder to give me an opportunity, and he believes in our product and believes, that we run a great organization because I have a big team. I don't do what I do alone. I do have the staff, which is the director of operations, the transaction coordinator, listing coordinator, executive assistant. That now we have a full-time videographer, photographer. Yep. So we don't get paid, listings, and we have listings, but we got to educate the sellers and tell them, oh, we're paying you so much. It's not mine. I have staff. I have bills to pay, so
Yeah.
I have a building. So don't think that, oh, I'm taking $35,000 from you to just go have fun.
Right.
It's not like
It's like 32. I mean,
Oh, you're waiting for you to say something.
of course I was, Jorge.
so.
If there's anything, if there's one responsibility that I have as a friend with Jaime or a business partner, is to keep him humble.
Yeah, now we're in business
and
together.
him with me.
Yeah, now we're in business together. We have LLCs together, and just like you mentioned a while ago, real estate is just a stepping stone to what your future could be. And now we have a lot that in the future we're gonna, let community know. But real estate has got us to another, and it might not be real estate, but it's just something that opens doors. Opens doors to the future. But real estate is a key to success because everybody's always going to buy, sell, or invest. And if you do it right, there's no way, there's no room for error. And if you do, have a little hiccup or error, it's just a lesson learned. It's not something that, you keep moving, and, we pick up listings, we lose listings, and we sell, and, hey, all we want is for that seller to sell. No hard feeling, take it, go, let's get it, let's move it, so
Yeah.
I think that being transparent, being honest, all those things help us.
Working with others.
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
In your game, you have to.
Yeah. And, you wear all these different hats, but at the end of the day, it's very fruitful.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. Mr. George,
Mario, thank you.
talk to us, brother.
First of all, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Mario. Thank you to everyone for the invitation. I appreciate it, guys.
Of course.
I first joined as Dante title. As you all know, I own Imperio. We've been in the business, Imperio, 7 years, I think. And I've been in the industry for 20-some. But we didn't join the STV organization until we opened Dante. And I've only been with STVA for about 4 months. And I really want to say thank you guys for opening up, for the networking. I already knew a lot of people, but just going into the events with you, like I was able to meet and network with a whole new, different industry. My background obviously is real estate agents, and you guys are builders. Mm-hmm. So I got to meet a lot of you. I got to meet a lot better. So thank you for that. Thank you for allowing us to go in as a title company.
You're welcome.
George, you've been in the game, you said, 20-some years. What was the relationship between builders and realtors, I don't know, 6-7 years ago? What was that like?
Man, it was...
Was it a thing?
No, it was actually not.
Of course not.
It was actually not at all. I had my own sales team. When I started for the past, I want to say, 20 years or so, I didn't start using realtors until, I would say, maybe until about 10 years ago. Prior to that, the realtors was a whole, a totally different animal. They had their people, the builders had their people. Like, they wouldn't even talk to each other. It was not a friendly relationship at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I remember that.
Yeah, so
We came in and changed the game.
Right.
No, seriously, guys. I mean, it's a whole new generation of people that I guess I don't know if it's a younger generation or what it is, but they have just opened up and it's just more friendly.
The value, we kind of, I mean, the idea is we all understand as agents that we're here to help you gain more business. We're not here to take your business, because builders back then had the mentality of, why am I going to pay you for something that I worked so hard for these past 4 months? But when you get them more for the sale than they were going to initially take after paying the commission, it makes all the sense in the world.
Absolutely. You just got to. I think that a misnomer for a builder when he's first starting off, what you don't add to your line item is that realtor.
Yeah.
And when you start adding
you should.
it, of course. And when you start adding it, it's just baked into the whole plan.
Right.
It's baked into the sale. Right. And it's all just part of it.
Well, and it's all because of the exposure. I mean, no matter how big of a builder you are, just having the exposure of a real estate agency, a broker, a realtor, someone like any of us, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. A builder's a builder, right? A builder's going to build. He's
Yeah.
going to spend most of his
Zapatero
time.
sus zapatos.
Yeah, he's going to spend most of his time building a good product or trying to build a good product.
Yeah.
A realtor's out there networking, right? And as big of builders you may be, and as many people as you may know, a realtor is going to know more.
Yes.
That's their
without
job.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
That's their job.
So, Mr. George, you also build, don't you?
Yes.
So, I remember when I invited George over to the podcast, you were like, I can't really say much because I've never been a representative, right?
Yeah. But like, when Mario called me, it's like, hey, we're doing like a round table of realtors. Like, Mario, I've never.
What are we drinking?
I know, right?
Can I buy a bottle?
Yeah. And I told Mario, I mean, obviously I have a real estate agent and also a broker's license, but I don't think I've ever represented anyone. So I was like, Mario, are you sure you want me there? Because I can't say, oh, I'm a buyer's agent or a seller agent, because I've never represented anybody other than than my personal properties. So that's what I told Mario. Like, are you sure you want me there?
No, for sure.
But you're in the game.
Yeah. Well, of course, yeah.
You're in the game. And you're in the game
yeah.
in multiple areas. Title, building, real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You're in it.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, yeah.
It's very important to have people like yourself come up and give your experiences to people that would potentially one day want to be at that level, that can own multiple companies just like yourself. Because I remember when
Thank you, man.
when I was transferring over to the firm, my real estate license, he wanted to get to know me. He was like, hey, I want to get to meet this guy, because he had heard of STBA. This guy's also doing construction on stuff. And when we sat down, he was like, man, I do construction. And when I found out, like, this guy, what'd you say you do in a year? Like 30, 40 homes, or what do you do?
No, I mean, last year we closed 87. So we built about 100 a year.
There you go, JP. There you go. I think he's calling you out.
Yeah, JP, bro.
Hey, but you're not far from it.
No,
So as a new age, multiply that.
Took me years.
Multiply that, but by his years of experience, you're ahead.
Right there.
I know.
Yeah.
Déjalo.
Güey, no estoy tan viejo, güey.
I think we're the same age. Pero sí te ves más jodido.
Sí, güey. Seriously, bro, seriously, I work more.
Bueno, igual le mando a hablar de Ronnie porque oh, mijo.
Anyway, we're going to direct all our conversation to this side.
Fuck this guy.
No, but congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you.
with all the hats that you wear, and it is you're an inspiration, because you took one business to lead, it led to another business and another business, and I'm seeing it with Efren. I see that with him. I'm his agent. I represent him as a real estate agent. However, he's got the license, but he's a builder. He just wants to understand a little bit more about, being an agent and the lending side, and it's congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
So, Mr. George, how did you get involved? What was the initial start for you being like, okay, I'm jumping into the real estate world, and 20 years ago, how did this happen?
Well, I started with Casa Linda. I don't know, like those of you guys that are a little bit older, you probably remember Casa Linda.
I should stop nodding.
Ronnie should know that.
I'm like, no.
So
He pointed somewhere else. He didn't point my way. I have no idea who Casalina is.
So I work for Casa Linda. I work for Obra. I work for Landmark.
It's an adult daycare in Palmview. It's a nursing home.
Until eventually, until eventually they fire me. They fired me for Casa Linda. I was the number one agent in the RGV for Casa Linda, and they fired me. So, thankfully, I already knew, a couple of bankers. Obviously, back then I didn't have any money, and they believed in me, and they lent me money to start building. That was in 2001. So I started building in 2001, and obviously the years for 2006, 7, and 8, that's when I guess you could say that I took off.
Yeah.
With all the investment from California, from Vegas, I was blessed enough to be connected, and after 2009,
Rest is history.
yeah, pretty much.
And now we're partnering up on something, right?
Yeah,
we got
absolutely.
something coming up.
Yeah. We're getting a surprise coming up.
August. What's the date? Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is here. You want to talk about it? August 15th.
Everything is here, guys.
15th. Oh, nice.
Our public relations from Dante Title.
Yeah. So we've got a reveal coming up, a house that I'm extremely proud of, and George and I met at the last reveal, and we hit it off right off the bat, right? And so, what are we doing now? Well, let's do something together. So we're gonna be promoting this house,
Nice.
August 15th. Obviously, everybody's invited, and now that George is involved, it was a great time last time. But it's going to be an even better time.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, man. It's going to be unlimited alcohol for everyone. I mean,
It's a party.
yeah.
It's gonna-
Education.
we're going to educate a lot of people on how to do it.
Yeah. Those of you that know me, you know what I mean.
So this reveal is going to be the
August 15th.
16, 17, and 18.
Yeah.
With these guys. It's going to full weekend.
Clear your schedule. You're going to need to clear your schedule the rest of the time. The rest of the week.
You're in Nashville the next day.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's awesome.
Really? Oh. Yeah, cool. So anyway, we got that coming up. Super excited to do that with you, man.
No, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, brother.
Of course, bro.
I appreciate
It'll be
it.
fun.
I
It'll be
appreciate
fun.
it.
And one thing I know about your title company is that they're always available to sponsor and to assist, and
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
good. You spend money to make money, and
Yeah,
that's in every business. So, good.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, I think the title company, we're going to stage 2. And what I mean by stage 2, obviously, stage 1 was the beginning, obviously, my personal deals. You don't want to make mistakes on anybody else's deals. Then I guess stage 1.2 would be everybody else that falls under, our umbrella of companies, Imperio, the firm, Monarca, and everybody else that, that feed Dante. So now we're actually going to other areas. People that have, I guess that I don't have any interest with. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, Ronnie, we're not connected in business. We don't represent you. You don't represent.
Yet.
So now we're thank you, brother. So now we're going to other companies that really are not connected to Imperio, to me, or to any of my people. So we'll be calling you guys.
Oh, he already told me. He's like, they're sponsoring our reveal, and we got to send them business, and that's the name of the game. He already
Thank
said
you,
it.
guys. Thank you.
Because we are grateful for whoever helps
Absolutely.
each and every one of us. So you help us, I help you, we help each other.
To
Yeah,
give and take.
we got a couple of closings for JP, bro. I haven't seen 24, bro.
24 went, no.
Where are you? Hey, where are you?
Why are you closing, brother?
sending
Why
the
are you
other ones?
closing?
Closed, I believe, two is done.
Yeah, no, you have close 2 or 3.
Hey, ¿por qué te pones rojo, bro?
I know, right? Where is it going?
Rojo.
So, in a seating with realtors, in a seating with the builders, what are you all seeing right now in the market? What are you all seeing
Yeah,
that's
let's get to it.
that's moving or not moving? What is it that you all are seeing with interest rates? They've trickled down a little bit now. We're hoping that they do go a little bit lower with presidential race coming. It's getting closer. What is it that you all are seeing that's moving or not moving?
I want to start with that one. And the reason I want to start with that is because it's moving. It's moving. It moves as fast as you want it to move.
Exactly.
And the reason I say that is because we're here to educate the client. So the client can be freaking out because of interest rates. The client can be freaking out because of many, many reasons. But it's moving. It really is moving. And it blows my mind when agents say, oh, it's slow. It's slow because you're slow. It's slow because you're not putting in the effort. Because if you get a buyer, you get a call, you get a lead, you do not let go of that lead until you close it. And I can, have Reyes, I have Rodrigo, I have Carissa, I have Ileana, and when they get a lead, they do not let go of that lead until they close it, because if they're calling for a reason, and if they're not closing, they're going to have a family member that's going to close. So as long as you have that touch and that relationship, there's always going to be something to do, so
There's always an avenue to work.
I feel that, we work every day together, and it's non-stop. We're closing deals, we're closing leases that are, I'm freaking out right now. I just put a lease in the contract for $6,000. Are you kidding me? And I had 2 people in line waiting to see the house at the same time with a check to pay me a full year's worth at $6,000. And it doesn't have to be a sale. It can be a lease. It can be commercial. I do farm and land. I do all types of real estate. But I sometimes it's really important for agents to understand that, hey, I remember vividly when one agent told me, do you have 123 Main Street available, because I have a tenant that wants, and I'm like, oh no, that got leased. Thank God. I did not want to sit there and write up a lease for $1,400. And I use that every single time with my agents. I'm like, do you realize how much 50% of $1,400 gives you for gas, gives you for food, or for fast food or whatnot? It's just, and that mindset just blows my mind,
And what could come of it later, right?
What I will say is they're obviously renting, and a good percentage of
is
that they're
going to buy.
going to want to buy.
Yes.
Or build later on.
Yes.
And you already have that lead.
Right. And you see, and that's when you do not discriminate. I'll never forget, and I'm going to say this really quick story. When, I was very, very busy, and I got a call from Mr. Ramirez. He said, I'm calling from Dallas. I have a lot in Roma that I need to sell, but it's only $25,000, right in front of the auditorium. Right on. I don't know if you saw my sign there.
Yeah, I did.
It's only $25,000, so I don't know. And I remember at the time I had David as my transaction coordinator, and he's like, I think you're really busy to go. And I'm like, we'll handle it. So because I took that, and that's a story of forever. I took that listing, and then the daughter calls me, and she's like, thank you so much for taking Dr. Ramirez's listing, which is my father. I live in, my name's, Mary Kelly or whatnot. I live in Chicago. But because you did take that listing, I want to tell you that we have 6 condos at the island that we need to sell. And we have 4 fourplexes in Brownsville. And because no one had ever taken his listing there, we had not given these leads to nobody. So I'm going to send you a list so you can list them. A 25
perfect example.
Perfect example.
Right.
Everything that comes through your door, you have to take, because everything is always going to move mountains and get you to different places.
I mean, if you're an agent, you got to take everything.
Yeah, as an agent, you don't know where your next buyer or seller is coming from. So every phone call is that opportunity, and keeping that nurturing. For some will be 1 week, some might be 2 years, but that communication, that nurturing, and not letting it go. And I think that goes back to what we briefly touched on. That work ethic, and if it's a lease, if it's a $25,000 lot, it doesn't matter. It's the customer care, the client care should be the same, whether it's a $25,000 or $4 million.
Hey, I like what you said a little while ago. Every day, as
Yeah.
self-employed, you wake up every day unemployed.
Every day, yes.
You wake up unemployed, right? You don't have an employer that's paying you a salary, so
You gotta hustle.
so you have to get out there. I really like that.
Ni workman's comp tampoco. I mean,
Menos.
you're out there.
No insurance,
No health
obviously.
insurance, yeah. No, so I think waking up with that idea, like today, so yesterday I got a contract, but that's not today's work. Today's work is what I make today be. That's the idea as an agent, I think, to be able to have the market continue to thrive. And touching back, I've seen a lot of growth just into the Cameron County, that area, and I've had several individuals, one today even asked me, like, are you focused more in Cameron? No, that's just where the market is taking me.
100%
That's
correct.
where I am.
You got to find the deal, right? There's always a deal to be
Yes,
had
all the
somewhere.
time. Mhm.
Go look for it.
Yes.
Go find it.
And that communication and dedication
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
each client, each phone call that comes in.
So do you see a little bit more movement headed towards Cameron for yourself?
I do. I definitely do. I think just myself and some of my agents, the majority actually of our business has been coming from the Harlingen area,
Mid-Valley.
Brownsville. So a lot of my business is kind of going in that direction, not by design, but by accident. And so now I'm creating a design around that accident, right? To
Wow.
be able to become more successful in that county
Wow.
as well. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I know we have some builders that are headed that way, right? You're headed that way as well, right?
We already started. Yeah,
Yeah.
we started in Harlingen. Yeah.
If I know you
We've
have there.
got some projects out in Harlem.
Yeah.
Also.
So that
Yeah,
it's so
it's a strong market over there.
Right
It
now-
is.
Even
it is.
even us, right? We got to go find the work.
Right.
Right now, Cameron's picking up.
It's
right?
picking up
so
really
like
well.
we're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
JP, you got anything out there?
Now I will. Now I will. We gotta go to Brownsville already. Can you guys?
No, it's really
What part of Cameron?
it's really extending that way. Gomez
inevitable.
Will be Gomez will be the first one to say, he's from Mid Valley, and at first it was like, are you coming to town because you live way the fuck out there? And now it's like we're probably going to start visiting him more because it's now stretching that way, and it's great because
Yeah, I'm good where I'm at right now. Sáquenle la vuelta in Harlingen, Brownsville.
let me dominate here.
Y'all go down 107 and then.
Take a look.
Parece pa' Elsa.
No, but it's true.
No, but back to his question. Do you see a lot of movement? What do you see in the real estate?
I do. I see a lot of movement, and I think rates, again, kind of what you touched on, it's up to us as the agent to help educate.
Right.
Rates are high as compared to what? To COVID. Rates are low as compared to what? The 80, right? So it's all relative, and I think right now if we look at where do I want to be in terms of house payment, is it something that I can afford? Can I afford my house payment? Not necessarily can I afford the rate, because the payment's there. The rate
Yeah.
is always
Yeah,
something that you can refinance and go back to title company, and they love us.
Yeah,
right?
they're going to help us. Everybody's going to help.
Yeah.
Even the lender that gave you the loan is going to help you. So
Absolutely.
it's about educating the client, and people don't realize how much we were paying when we got our starter home. I was at 9, 10, and I didn't even know what interest rate meant. Because all I wanted just to own a home, and wanted to make sure that my mortgage was where I needed it to be. I didn't care what that percentage was. And then when I started educating myself more, I refi and everything was good. But right now, people are just stuck and fixed to, oh my God, two. Dude, it's never going to be pre-COVID. It had never occurred in the history of lending.
And here's what's going to happen, because Economics 101 will tell you, soon as the interest rate starts to drop, what's going to happen to home prices?
They're
They're gonna go
More
up.
expensive.
They're gonna go up.
Yes.
Right
I
now,
seriously believe.
bro, is the best time to buy.
I seriously believe that as soon as that interest rate drops, even 1 point, the prices are gonna go up at least 10%. Because, guys, I mean seriously, you don't think we're gonna see multiple offers?
I would say we're going to
Exactly.
be back.
You're gonna
back
see
to the
multiple. What are you gonna do in your house, brother? You're selling for 400.
I'm going to always charge a fair price.
Shop structure.
compared to the market.
Prices are gonna
we
go
live in
up
a free
again.
market society, man. We're going to sell a house for whatever people are willing to pay.
Yeah, exactly,
And that's what
exactly.
it is, yeah.
And if it's over asking, then
Why not?
guess what? It's over
Yeah,
asking.
why not?
This
Yeah.
weekend,
Capitalism.
as buyers were out, right? I mean, we're talking about the interest rate being high, and there is fewer buyers than there was when the interest rate was a 5, right? So there's this other realtor that I'm not going to mention his name or what company he works with.
Damn, I bet he's one of mine.
Somebody call him out. Call him out.
Call him out, bro.
The guy's doing
Hey,
his,
saca chisme.
the guy's doing his job, right? You're a buyer's agent right now. It's a tough market. So I mean, I'll do it. Yuli knows I've sent him a few offers, right? So as a buyer's agent, I mean, you're basically hitting people in the
You
stomach.
do whatever you got to do.
You hit people in the stomach and see who will sell you that fucking house, right?
Yep.
So he comes, he lowballs about $15,000 and says he wants $13,000 in seller concessions and wants us to pay title. I said, "Are you crazy?"
I would have hung up.
But right,
Oye, güey, le incluyes el carro también, güey.
What's going on? I'm sorry, I was.
Start over.
This is a good one, bro. This is a good one.
We're talking about, and this goes to 7 points, right? What's going to happen when it goes down to 5 points interest rate, right? And what a buyer doesn't understand is right now, right? And they hear, you hear it all the time. Right now is the best time to buy because interest rates are high. Don't marry the rate, buy the house, right? But this is
Just
what it
don't get
actually.
married.
It's the other way.
This is
Buy the house, date the rate. Yeah.
Hey,
Can you stop giving this guy alcohol, please? Ya no le traiga nada, por favor.
Hey, you know what I meant, okay?
But what it really means on the street is that conversation that I'm telling you right now, right? What it really means on the street, it means if you're buying a house right now and you're willing to search for the good deal instead of searching for the perfect house, you're gonna get a fucking badass deal. You know what I mean? And I told that guy to walk and go look for another house, and he did. And he bought the house next door, and he got
all the discounts?
He got 15 and 13. Boom.
Damn.
Right there. That's what it means. Buy when the interest rate is high, and then refinance later, right? Because there is, and you know, I'm a builder now, so I'm also a realtor, and you're gonna find that one builder that's had a house for 8 months, you know, and that guy is itching to sell it. Like I just want to get rid of this fucking house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and
now
you're-
at 7 points, if you're a buyer and you're willing to go look for the good deal, you're gonna fucking find it.
Yeah.
You're gonna find it.
You're definitely going to find the guy that's starving. Just wants to get rid of it.
But now with what George was saying, right? When it goes to 5%, it's gonna as a builder. Now it's my turn. You know what I mean? Now it's my turn.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
as a buyer, buy right now because when it goes to 5 points, all the builders are gonna be like, sí, te acuerdas cuando fuiste a mi casa? You wanted multiple offers. You know what I mean?
Órale, vato.
Sas! Boom! Sas! You know what I mean? Yeah.
Salen los custom-made cabinets, the marble.
Quartz counter. All foam insulation.
At 5%, you're gonna be paying more for the house than you are.
Without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt, because there's a lot of people just sitting on the sidelines. There's a lot of investors that are waiting for the interest rate to go down. It doesn't make any sense.
Zero.
It makes zero sense because I mean, if you think about it, not only are the prices going to go up, and then what happens? Taxes. Nobody has addressed the issue here. The taxes. Taxes are ridiculously high.
Yeah.
They have gone up at least 30% in the last 2 years.
Yep.
Yes,
And
exactly right.
you know, it's something that if we go back, not even 10 years or 20 years, if you go back maybe 5 years ago, none of us would even talk about taxes or insurance because it was something so minimum that, you know, it didn't really matter. Now you have to account for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You really have to account for taxes and insurance because it does make a difference now.
Absolutely.
But I think that speaking of the industry and things and how things are going, I think that working together with agents that understand that we're going through shifts and we've gone through shifts and we're going through a market adjustment. You know, you want to make sure that you work with those agents. You know, to where
that get it.
to where they get it.
So that you can make a deal.
Get it. Let me tell you just a real simple scenario that happened yesterday. The seller is at 515. The buyer is adamant at 510, and it was just not going to go anywhere, you know. And that was it. It ends there. I'm like, whoa, Mr. Buyer Agent. You know, it's 2% for each. It'll be 20. You know, it'll be 10,000. It'll be 10,200.
Let's cut it.
You know,
Let's cut
hey,
Right.
are you willing to do 2,500 and I do 2,500? We take
Split
a
the
flat.
deal.
We take a flat fee of a commission from the seller. I have the seller, so we're gonna go at 7,700. 7,700 or nada. You tell me, Mr. Gonzalez, of course. Nobody had ever told me that. Nobody, and
Jaime,
I'm like,
es que hay chingo de vatos, they don't understand
no
the
la
business.
agarran.
No.
They didn't, he's been in real estate for 4 years. He's like, I've never had that brought up on. And I'm like, dude, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to make it
you
work.
have to.
Yeah.
Because in the end, all I did was give that investor a better vision of who I am
Yep.
to help him sell. And he's helping that buyer that's now investing look into hiring him again because he made it work.
Because he made
So
it
we're gifting these guys, instead of giving them which we probably end up giving them a closing gift, un agradecimiento,
Sí.
pero al mismo tiempo les estamos diciendo, aquí estamos para ayudarlos, para apoyarlos.
It's crazy that you say that. I recently had so for us, the machine, I got to keep moving the machine, right? So the machine keeps moving, whatnot. And I get an agent, hey, I showed your listing, we're going to put an offer. We don't take offers. Sales price. Well, he can't afford that, blah, blah, blah. He needs at least 5,000. They go in, perfect. 2,500. You're going to do that to me? You're going to do that to me? You sell all these fourplexes. You can take it. You can take the 5,000. Camarada, I'm giving you the opportunity to make this deal. You're going to take 7,000 home after you give your broker whatever you have to do. And it's crazy to me because they don't see that the machine has to keep moving.
The problem is some people step over dollars to pick up dimes.
Yep.
No
Right.
shit,
Good.
yes.
So a lot of times they're looking at that dime. When it's like, I mean, but it's true, right? So if you develop that relationship, guess what? That builder,
Bro,
that
you know what?
investor-
And like,
Times are shiny.
seriously. Seriously.
Times are shinier.
Efrain, a lot of the times it's not even about the money. It's the ego factor.
Yeah.
Bro, tell me, like, Imperio, the firm, Monarca, sometimes it's not even about the money. Like, ego gets on the way. And Elsa, tell me if I'm wrong.
No,
Because
you're-
you sell a lot. Sometimes you bump into agents that just don't want a reason. And it's not about the seller. They're not even telling the seller or the buyer, hey, we're off by $1,000 or $500. Deals do not happen because it's like, no, hombre, que se vaya la chingada.
No, but when I'm going to do it, when I
¿Qué es
do,
eso? Nunca vas a cerrar nada, compadre.
See, but
Wait,
even-
I see it often,
Nomás las
güey.
puertas.
And I
Really?
think,
Bye.
I do my business más o menos 50-50, buyer seller, right? And when I'm repping the buyer and I look at who the listing agent is, almost immediately I'm like, oh my God.
This is gonna be a hard deal.
Or veo otros, I'm like, oh thank God, like this person, I know we're gonna make it work because both of us are like-minded and let's make it work. So I know some of the folks you're talking about, I'm both those that are, let's make it work, and those that I'm like,
They sabotage their own deals. I call it, they sabotage their own deals.
Lo que es poco a poco se gana la cubeta, right?
Claro,
Just little by
claro.
little. That's it.
And,
yeah.
thinking outside the box in every situation. I'm going to use one example of yesterday. I had a guy wanted to lease a property, and it was at 6,000. I go back to that because I'm still, it's all fresh in my mind. And another person beat him to the punch. I had the listing at 6,000. What? Who's gonna lease for 6,000? And then he's like, "Boss, I need a lease for 6,000." And I called Ronnie and I'm like, "That house that's for sale? Do you want to lease it for 6,000?" Shit. Of course I'll lease it for 6,000. So
There's
now
a
we're
deal
under
to be had,
now-
right? There's always a deal to be had.
But you
gotta ask.
You gotta ask.
You have to ask.
And I asked, and he paid it in full. So it was a win situation for
Somebody,
everyone. But it was.
you have another one, bro?
Si no conté, sí.
No tienes otro güey que quiere rentar igual.
I will rent my own house, Jaime.
No shit, bro. For a year up front,
That's why I
dale.
move so often, right? No, but
It was just, hey, well, how do I get this other lead into a deal
property,
under contract? And I did, and I did, but it was a matter of asking.
You have to, right? Because you've already invested some time into this, right? You showed him another house that he was going to buy, and you showed him a few houses, right?
Right.
You're investing time, and you're just going to let it go. All that time that fuck.
And
you
it
keep
was
searching.
and it was
You
not a
keep
lot of
searching
time,
for
but
the
it was a
deal.
lot of time for me because it was on a Sunday when I was showing him a property when I was spending time with my wife, and then I end up, coming and showing. those times are priceless. And then to date, you know, we're under contract.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Salud.
Salud. So now we know Ron is
Sí,
gonna
pues le
stick around
pagaron todo
for-
el año entero.
Sí, pues cómo no al vato.
Le dieron $70,000. He got 70,000. You know.
Wait, it was only 30 something. What
Oh, that was my commission. I said I took 50.
Oye, sí, güey, sí es cierto. Yeah, 50%, bro.
What?
Let's get the deal off the table.
I haven't signed it yet. Oh, look at it carefully.
Servando signed it just 20 minutes ago.
So, Efrain, having your license, how could you say that it's helped you in your business, in your construction? How can you say, like, you know what, or if it has, how has it helped? And if it hasn't, has it helped you? Has it been something that you would recommend for people to do? How do you see it that ever since that you acquired your license? Because you've been a realtor, almost a year now, or?
I think it's going on maybe 2 years, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but in my case, so I have my own product. I sell my own properties. I don't necessarily, like you was talking about, I don't necessarily represent other clients, but in my own business, it has helped me list my own products, list my own rentals, do all of that. And on top of that, I have been able to meet in other words, grow my network of people. So in some of my leases and rentals, I mean, I have one agent that she basically filled out an entire 8-plex community for me. So shout out to Christina. I mean, she did great on that one. A majority of those, I mean, and that's just another business relationship that I have now. And whenever something comes up that I have that's going under a lease or whatever, she's one of the first persons that I call because she's on it. She's hustled, right? So on top of helping my own business, it also has helped me grow my own network of people that can help me grow my own business. So,
Oh, yeah, now that Jaime's not here, you want to list some of my shit?
Oh, shit, Ron. Let's know you're listening, brother.
You know, he's watching on the.
Oye, se llevó el teléfono el güey.
No le digas
He's
nada.
watching. Motherfucker, you talking about me?
No le digas nada.
Yeah. And I think one of the topics that we haven't touched today is for us agents is that change with the NAR that
I was trying to
CSO
figure-
That is just
I was
crazy.
trying to figure out how to bring it up
well,
right
here
now.
it is. 'Cause
JP's like, how do I do this?
How do I bring
What
it
is
up?
that? What are we talking about?
You haven't heard about that? Do you want to explain what happened?
Jaime hasn't told you yet.
Güey, Jaime no sabe, güey. Jaime no sabe, güey.
I wouldn't either if I was selling for you.
Jaime, vente a defender, güey.
No, pues como te las vende.
Yeah, because as of yesterday, in
happened
GMAR,
They removed the CSO.
They removed the CSO. Navica will be removing it August. If I remember
¿Qué dijo?
correctly.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, so as of yesterday, typically, and I'm just going to say typical numbers, a 2% would be granted to the buyer agent that was bringing you a client to purchase
let's
your.
do a subliminal message and say 3%.
Let's go 3%.
Please.
Subliminal messaging.
Let's-
Here we go.
We're all making 6 or 7. So
In the perfect world, let's call it a
Yo,
6.
We have builders sitting in here, so
I'm not even liking
Sí, sí.
this.
El uno, güey, el uno.
Like, no, my man.
no, you're gonna like
Hey,
it.
Yuli, just
You're
cut it
gonna
off.
you're gonna like it.
Cut it off.
You're gonna
they're
love
full.
it.
They're
You're
full
gonna
of
love
shit.
it.
They're the most giving. You know, the people that are here are the most giving.
I know. See.
So so basically, I wake up this morning right with what Elsa's saying, and I get.
Excuse me, you woke up what?
I woke up this morning. I woke up
with Elsa.
I woke up this morning.
I woke up with Elsa this morning. Oh, but
By the
Bien colorado, bien colorado.
Oye, peor te que llega a su casa, güey.
lo van a golpear, compadre.
Déjenlo hablar, hombre. Mira, está guindo el
pinche
muchacho.
Forrest
Porque el colorado no se pone guindo.
como Ronnie, güey.
No, hombre, mijo, no. Como Ronnie, no.
O sea, bien chulo.
You wish.
O sea, bien guapo de amar o qué.
I go with the topic that Elsa was talking about, right? I woke up this morning, and I think I got like 2 calls. People trying to show my properties, and they're like, "How much are you giving on CSO?" And I'm like, well, like, check the MLS, right? And then I'm like, and then again, I'm like,
no longer there.
I'm like, hold on, and I go to the MLS, it's no longer there, right? But does it really change the world? I would say no, it does not.
It does not change it
No.
here in South Texas because we are a different breed.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah.
change the country.
But
it
it-
will change everything from San Antonio north. It's gonna take a hit.
But
we
it-
will
it
not.
It will. It will. Sorry.
I completely agree with Jaime on that. I think it's not going to change this area, the 956, if you want to call it that, but it will change the rest of the country for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And-
But there will definitely be people that will take advantage of it.
They will,
There,
they
there will
will.
definitely
Yeah.
be people
Pero
that
Mario,
will take
aquí
advantage.
la gente, yo pienso que aquí la gente es un poquito más, más honesta, más unida, porque estamos independientes. We're literally independent. We
Right.
and the good thing that the people here are fed with Mexican nationals, or they're fed with people from up north and California. But we're just a little strip that had past Falfurrias. We are alone. It's like the United States of America ends in Falfurrias, and then it's us,
United
and
States
then
of
it's
Mexico,
Mexico.
wait.
So we're like independent. So we're independent.
No, seriously, I agree with you.
Let's say what
The,
happened.
the,
So what,
the
what
shit that
changed?
goes on here
Okay.
doesn't go up anywhere.
Nowhere, nowhere.
So what became different on MLS, those of us are members of GMAR, is the amount of the commission that is being offered to a buyer's agent is no longer published.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's not being offered necessarily. It's just not being published.
Right.
So we're going to probably start fielding more phone calls from people that want to show our properties. Hey, are you paying, or how much are you paying?
Right.
It's because the law that changed, if I understand this correctly, is that now the buyer representative has to have the buyer pay them?
No.
Or what is it?
No,
So
no.
Nothing
So let's
became-
get it right. That's why I'm
yeah.
asking.
So for us, nothing became different than it already was in Texas. Our listing agreements already had an area where to indicate the total amount of commission and then what the split was that we were going to be, as listing agents, be offering a buyer's agent. So that was always laid out in our
Right.
And
Yes,
now, and now that sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you, Elsa, but now that it's not going to be disclosed, it will eventually when you go to closing table. Why would I shortchange my colleague that worked just as hard
Right,
to
for
bring me
sure.
that buyer, and say, well, it's not MLS, so I'm taking 3, you're taking 1, or vice versa? It just doesn't.
Look, this is
Good
what's
luck
gonna
them bringing another deal to you.
Yeah. So it's like shooting myself on the
Exactly
foot,
my
and
point.
you're
You
gonna
know
have
it
those.
is gonna happen.
You're gonna have
That's
that.
what I'm saying. It's
You're
gonna
gonna have
It's
that.
gonna happen.
Short-sighted.
So,
Jaime,
yeah,
Jaime.
yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I'm saying as realtors, well, getting that agreement, the broker agreement, or just to identify what is the amount of commission that's being paid. It's still going to be published, just not on MLS.
Right.
I
It can
know
be on
that my-
social media. It could be
yeah,
on.
anybody that wants to go sell my listings,
Sell the listing.
sell my
Yeah.
listings. They're everywhere except
So,
MLS.
What was the
So-
reasoning for that? Why did they change
There
that?
was a lawsuit. There was a lawsuit with like major companies like Remax. I don't know the bigger companies in
Keller Williams?
Like it was Remax, Keller Williams, and there was another one. There was a lawsuit having to price. They were price adjusting, selling products that were overly priced, and so that they can get a little bit more commission out of it. So in order for them to go ahead and fix that, they figured that they were going to take away the commission that was going to be given to the buyer's agent, and now that commission has to be negotiated between the seller and the buyer's agent, if I'm not mistaken,
I
right?
mean, it was always negotiable, but now they don't put it there, so now we can talk about it. I guess,
Well,
right?
yeah,
But-
Yeah.
but the difference now is that now you don't really know.
Yeah. So with what Jaime was saying, right? Jaime said something, right? Before a seller's agent had a lot of control, right? Where when you got to the closing table, and if I'm getting 6% and I keep 4 and I give the other guy 2, right? And we get to the closing table, now I'm an asshole because they're gonna be, hey, ¿qué onda, carnal? Why did you only give me 2 and you kept 4? That's not fair, bro. I mean, which I would never do that, right? I like to split everything half and half.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna give
or more.
commission.
Or more.
Yeah.
It has come to a point that I give 3 and I keep 1 because
Yeah.
all I want to do
Yeah.
is just
So-
help my seller get that sold and convince that buyer agent to understand that, hey, we're just gonna do great things.
Yeah, which I was gonna get to the.
No,
Can you guys concentrate, focus?
Which I was gonna get to the
Stop
to the
looking at
real-
each other.
the
We're
real
talking about
topic
something
it,
else.
right? The real topic about it is, yes, fine. Before it was the control was on the seller's agent, but now it's on the buyers, right? So now you got a buyer's agent, right? He's walking around, he's showing houses, and he's getting a contract with his buyer, right? And he's telling them, hey, they're not giving commission no more, bro. So now you want me to show you houses? If they don't pay me, you're gonna cover me,
Let's
right?
stop that. Like we can't do that
We
to
can't-
that
no,
buyer agent.
no,
we
no,
can't
no.
do that to the community.
No, but
I would never
it's,
do
it's
that.
hard.
I would
It's
never
hard.
do that, but
And it was-
not
it
everybody
was-
like you.
But guys, let me put it to you guys this way.
Yeah,
It was supposed to. It would have. It would have been. This is the way it was. It was supposed to have been done.
No, but I'm trying to get to a point, right?
It was supposed to have been done.
They just dropped the bomb. I see on real estate
Yeah.
agents.
But
Boom, way.
I'm trying to get to a point, right, Mario? Imagine getting to that closing, right? Because it's always been on the seller's agent, right? If I get to a closing, right, and I'm the seller's agent and I'm giving you 3%, you know what I mean? That means if we're gonna be friends and say hi to each other in Toloa, that better be that I'm keeping 3, you're keeping 3, and you're not
Okay.
coming with 2%.
You're at double M, so
yeah, come on, brother. What's going on here? What's going on? Okay, JP. So let me put it this way,
Shout out
bro.
to
So how are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel?
I'm gonna
So,
feel
but wait,
taken advantage of.
we gotta talk about the other side of the other side of the
let's
coin.
hear it. Let's go,
So
George.
how are you gonna feel? You're paying the buyer's agent 3%. But then when you get to the closing table, you find out that buyer's agent is also charging the buyer 2%.
Where's my
So that
1% of
fucker is
that?
making 5 and you're making 3. And
Double
you built the
dipping.
house. Yeah,
Double dipping,
that's
yeah.
gonna happen.
Which I
Damn, that's
what do y'all feel about
That's
that?
gonna
What do y'all
gonna
feel
suck,
about
bro.
that?
That is
What do y'all
gonna
feel
suck.
about that?
well, let me
That's
tell you
not
one
shady.
thing. That buyer's not going to buy with you because that buyer's not feeling it right now, and it's not going to feel it in the
Ya se
next
lo
2-3
chingaron,
years.
güey.
Sí,
Ese
güey.
vato
That's
se fue
it.
cagado, güey.
If you think that you're gonna be in this business for a long time doing that type of shit, man, you
You're
won't.
not.
I
Well,
promise you.
There's gonna be I'm not
Run it.
I'm not
But you're
saying
gonna see that shit.
And I hope that the
very
realtors that are
Pero
here.
very soon.
Pero no duran, compadre. No,
No, man. I agree with you.
But
They'll
that
get
is
a couple
gonna
of
be-
sales and then
That is gonna be a situation that we're gonna face when we get to the closing table. Of course, I would never do that to my buyers. And
That will never happen at my closing table. That will never
No.
happen.
No.
And let this
For
be
what- for what
recorded.
it's
It
worth,
will
guys.
never happen.
Jaime is one of the guys that I know for a fact he's all about the closing. I've seen a lot of his closing statements. He's making less, and it's his listing, a lot less than the buyer's agent.
Because you're moving the
Yeah,
product. You're
exactly,
moving the
exactly. He's thinking about the closing. Hey,
Yeah.
let's get it closed. Chingue su madre, güey. I'm only
Yeah.
making 1, I'm only making 2, you're making 3. That's fine, bro.
Well,
We'll
I
live to see a
think
better
some
day.
agents forget that.
Pero no todos son
our-
así, Elsa.
No todos.
Pero se les olvida that our line of work, we depend on referrals, and word of mouth can make you or break you in any industry. And so that part of just being transparent, being ethical, and knowing how to close a deal to be able to continue to
But
have.
there's people
deals.
that are and we're not referring to anyone here, but there are agents that exist that are all about the money and they're all about the percentage. I had recently a
And they're in
deal-
different situations.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. But they need to get it.
Yeah,
And we
no,
got to
but
teach them how to get it.
We can try and teach them all we want, right? But a person's gonna act how they want to act. I had a deal that recently went through where I was representing a family member of mine, and because I was representing a family member of mine, and I was gonna give up my commission.
Déjame que no los cobres, güey.
No, the agent
Gotta
did
love
it.
family.
Sí, güey, la tía, ¿verdad? Oye, mijo.
No, I was giving up my commission. I was like, look, as your representative, I'm going to give up my commission. You're going to use my commission to knock down some of the price of that house. I don't need to make anything off of it. I did that, and the agent was like, no. But you're going to take away from me.
Ah, chinga, ¿por qué?
Así dijo. And then the builder is an SCBA builder, and he was like, hey, Mario, you're representing this person? They go, sí, wait, it's my family. He's like, hey, wait, the realtor doesn't want to do this, bro, and I'm trying to get rid of the realtor, y no puedo quitarme la persona de encima. And you know what I thought was super sad was that the realtor was fighting the deal when in the person's best interest to sell the house. It is in your best interest as a realtor to sell the house, but you didn't want to sell the house because now there was an agent involved and you were going to make a percentage less or 2% less, where if there wasn't an agent involved, you were going to make a 4.
Claro.
You know what I mean? And it was really sad to see because I was like, dude, like, what is going on? Like, we want to sell. We want to close. We understand that the machines have to keep going.
I hate being intermediary.
It's horrible.
That's one of the things I hate the most. So you go through my file, you're not gonna see me. You will, but it makes no sense that they wanted to do that.
It was weird. It was weird, and I recently went through it. I mean, maybe about 3 weeks ago, and thank God, the builder got involved, and he was like, "Look, You don't have to represent, because look, guys, a builder can drop a realtor at any time. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The builder has all the power when it comes to who's going to sell their product. There's no, hey, you have to have this person. There's no of that. The advantage of having a realtor that could represent you right is that you don't have to go through all those problems. You know, this builder calls me, he's like, dude, ya no puedo con esta persona. Like, instead of making my life easier, this person's making my life harder.
No.
You know? And it was really sad to see when I'm there and I'm just like, and I'm getting accused of being a bad person. And I'm like, dude, I'm helping out a family member. What is that?
Oye, güey, ya explícanos qué pasó. What exactly happened, right? Oye, now I'm
Who was the
curious.
builder and
What
who was
happened?
the realtor?
Who was the other agent, bro? And obviously, did it close?
It closed. It closed, and we were able to get the buyer what originally was the deal, which, you know, the deal was just, hey, the percentage that I was going to make, se lo vas a quitar del precio. That's it. There was nothing wrong with that. You have to give the percentage away anyways. The house had been sitting on the market for a year. So ya tenía un año que la casa
Sí,
estaba
güey.
ahí.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
she didn't want you to do that, or what?
No.
She. Oh no, we're getting closer. It's a she. It's a she.
It's a female. It's a female.
It was hard. It was a hard
On behalf
thing.
of all the females, no.
No, but that female or male, it's
She's part of STBA.
It's the reality.
Oye, sí, güey, ¿quién es?
No, don't say that.
She's with one of the builders.
She said.
STBA.
Yeah, Mario said he's an STBA builder.
No, but it's a builder.
The
but
builder is.
two of
The
the
builder.
That builder
The
has,
realtor.
No.
every builder at STBA has a STBA agent, no?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I would hope so.
Why? No, I mean, we need to put that out
Can we get a
there.
list of all the
Bring
builders?
the list of all the
We
girls
need
that are in
Yeah,
it.
we need to make
Holy
sure
heck, can we get a list of all the builders, please?
we need to make sure that people.
Was it this one? Was it this one? Was it this one?
What title did you close that at, Mario?
Cold, hot.
I think they closed at Dante.
A la chingada, güey. ¿Cuándo?
Call the office, check the file.
A ver, ¿quién fue?
3 weeks they closed at Dante. But
Les
no,
encanta el chisme.
¿Oíste?
all the realtors should have the
Oye,
priority.
ahorita les
of
hablo,
selling,
güey.
You know, everything should be to sell, not about how much you're gonna make, because there's gonna be more sales that come. And your number one priority as a realtor should be your builder. If you're representing a builder, it should be your builder. Hey, you know what? I have a client. This is what they want. Your house has been on the market for a year. Let's get it out.
Hey, let me ask you this: is that builder going to use that realtor again?
No.
Sí, no, pues ya se chingó, güey. Ese güey, güey. Ese güey ya se
So
chingó,
I
güey.
wouldn't be a good
I
realtor
do-
if I didn't ask for the business, so I'm asking for the business.
¿Verdad? La que te dije quién fue.
Oh yeah, I do want to put this out there though, because I think it's important. We are a builders alliance, and if you're a builder out there and you're listing one of your properties, man, look at STBA real estate agents first, because they didn't have to join this organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They joined a builders alliance in good faith.
Yeah.
So, builders, please, we got realtors in our organization.
For sure.
That I got to tell you, and I'm very proud of, and we've talked about this before.
We have prime times.
We've got prime times.
We got prime times.
Top tens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, search
Hey,
there first.
I got the number one agent in the RGB right next to me. What are you talking about, brother?
What are you talking about, man? He's my agent too. Hey, but it matters. As a builder, you should care about that stuff. If they're a
Absolutely.
good top agent, obviously they're moving product.
Yeah.
You're gonna you want to make the best decision for your construction company. Look for the best,
Yep.
and we have them in STBA.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Going back to that topic.
Bro, for the record, Elsa is kicking ass.
Yes.
Did
Like,
really
she
good.
is
Thank
on
you,
the
thank you.
rise,
Very great.
totally kicking ass. I mean, her numbers are way up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Keep it up.
really nice videos too. Her and her team doing really good videos.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, so thank you so much for that. And
For that plug.
For that plug, yes. As we mentioned, we're growing rapidly into the Cameron County area, so anyone looking to move in that direction.
I think we are right.
So do you all think that shift in CSO is gonna? You think it'll matter? You think?
I don't think it's going to change the way we do business. Most, I mean, I
At least not for anybody here.
Let me ask a
Well,
question.
I think this is my thought, JP, and Elsa, you tell me if you guys agree with me. I think, and Jaime also as well, I think it's actually going to flush out a lot of people.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, at the end of the day, by maybe, I don't know, September, well, I mean, not September, too soon, but by the end of the year, you will see anywhere between 15 to 20% of people just leave the industry.
More?
Well, maybe more. I mean, I don't know. What do
By
you think?
far.
No, I mean more.
By far.
Because like I feel like when I started two and a half years ago, right? And it's like I mean, I started when the whole.
Remember
COVID
when we
thing.
started? I
What was
remember
that?
we had a meeting with our broker, and our broker told us this. He was like, if y'all can survive right here, right now, y'all will make it.
Yeah, so it's like.
Así lo dijo el vato. He's like, if you could survive right here, right now, he's like, because the market is hard right now. And I remember,
Yeah.
we were like,
Let's
all right.
answer his question. Let's answer his question. So, yes, absolutely, absolutely,
I mean,
because
I
we
think
do
so.
we do see a lot of agents going through some hard times, and Keller Williams is a really big organization. We have over 150 some agents, and we were, I'm part of ALC, and every month that we meet, we have 10 drop, 9 drop, 7 drop, and okay, well, I need to know because I'm in the business and I'm ALC, so I need to make a report. I need to everything. Okay, well, did they drop to go to another broker? Did they drop? No, he's a pipeliner.
Sí, no, ya nomás
No,
ya no
he's-
renovaron, güey. Ya.
No, they didn't renew their license. So
harder
I
than
see it.
Looks. It's harder than it looks. It's I'm gonna go do videos. It takes a lot of work. You know what I mean? I probably work harder now than I did when I used to work in the
Hey,
refineries.
Jeppe, if you close with us, Christian will do the videos for you, bro.
Ah, so
Ah.
I don't gotta do my own videos anymore. Or what?
We're getting free videos?
I'm
What?
getting free videos that are called the done thing.
Sign me up.
Hey,
Sign me up.
George is like,
Hey,
yeah, use the realtors from STBA and also the title
Title company,
from
title company, guys,
STBA.
title company.
You know, I was
Real quick, dice Edgar Barrera, ¿están echando chismes nomás ahí en el podcast o qué?
En todas partes, compadre.
Ya empezamos a agarrar el pedo, güey. Ya no nos fuimos, güey.
you know,
Beto Alaberg.
I was at the gym, right? And I'm at the gym or whatever, and I get in the sauna, and I'm in the sauna, and I put on my hoodie, and I'm in the sauna, right? And there's this guy. He sits like a little bit farther away from me, and he's on the phone, and he's like, "No, I need this deal to close. I need this deal to close." And I'm just whatever, I'm in the
Bro,
sauna. I'm not trying
don't
to
we
close.
recognize someone in real estate from a mile away?
Yeah.
Nomás estás oyendo, güey. No, que el vato, he has to close this. Like, we recognize everyone in
Yeah.
real estate, bro. Like, it's amazing how we recognize someone.
I mean, I think if you're relevant in real estate, I mean, if you go to a restaurant and nobody knows who you are, that's in real estate.
Ya valió madre.
You ain't relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of the business.
Well, let me tell you what this guy's going through. He put the phone away and whatever. I was like,
Ya
"What do you
encabronado el
do?"
vato.
Yeah. I was like, "What do you do?" He's like, "I'm an agent." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Badass, bro. Where are you an agent?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm an agent at Colwell." Shout out to Colwell. They got some great agents, right? And the guy's telling me that he goes, "Man, ando hasta la madre." He's like, "I bought a house." No, he's like, He's like, "I got married. My wife is not working."
Mistake number 1.
Yeah, no
he's
shit.
like, "I got married. My wife's not working. I bought a house. I bought a new Beamer." He's like, "And I haven't had a deal closed in like 4 months."
Bam.
Man.
And I was like, "Shit." He's like, "Dude, man, no muriendo, güey." He's like, and I was just like, "Dude, that's hard." Like,
It's hard. Sí, no,
like,
si está cabrón para este vato, güey.
that was hard, bro.
¿Y quién es este vato?
¿Quién es el vato, güey?
I didn't even tell him who I was. I was like, "No, está cabrón, güey." Like, I was like, "Fuck."
Oye, güey, you estás feeling sorry for the guy.
Ponte
güey,
pilas, Mario, ¿qué andas haciendo?
Oye,
Ya.
pinche Mario le dijo, you wanna join STBA? No, pura chingada, güey. Dijo, no, fuck this guy.
Mario tiene todo el chisme,
Sí, ¿para qué chingón le invitas,
I was
güey?
just in the sauna, bro.
This guy's gonna
Ese
bring
vato-
down the
Era ese
vibe, güey.
vato que me dijiste ayer.
Sí, güey.
No, man.
Who is it? Both the other
No le di, a Brandon no le puedes decir, güey.
Ese nombre,
porque-
güey.
But that's the
Ahorita lo va a poner en el
reality.
pinche chat.
Shit is not easy, guys. It is not easy. I don't want people to think, "Oh, I'm gonna become a realtor and I'm gonna make what Jaime's been doing or Elsa's been doing or do what JP's done," or like, no, guys.
Or the
like,
businesses this guy has
like,
built.
Like that guy's
props-
another
props
world.
to Jorge over there with like 7. How many real estate companies still?
Yeah, sex.
6, 7, 6, 7, 6.
Sex?
No, bueno, no, está matando, güey, cálmate, güey.
Cálmate, chido, güey.
Es muy temprano, güey, son las 4:30, güey.
se le salió así de bola.
No, son 7, güey, son 7.
Sí, compadre, no. Jamás.
And by 7, I mean sex.
Oh, man.
Oh my God! Make sure you guys come to the reveal. It's gonna obviously be a great time.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be badass, guys. Everybody out there watching.
August 15th.
Well, I mean,
If you're in the industry, you gotta show up.
Yeah.
If you're in the industry,
Forget about the
show up.
party. I mean, the house itself is badass. I got to see it. I was blessed enough for Ronnie to allow me to see the house,
Is it the-
and it's just fucking beautiful, bro.
2-story house that
It's a
Yeah,
2-story
yeah.
house. Yeah.
When does the Triangle House come out, though? I want to see
Oh,
that
dude,
one.
that
la
one's
chingada,
that
¿cuál
one's
es esa,
bro,
güey?
you gotta come
It's
see
big.
that.
I didn't know about that
It
one.
looks like the fucking adventure house. I think. Where
con
the
madre.
chop on
¿Dónde
the top
está
is
ese,
there on
Ronnie?
the-
Yeah, it's in the
Oye,
corner.
espérate, ¿cuál es esa?
It's there.
Sí, güey,
bro.
oye, güey, nadie sabemos, güey. I don't know. Your agent doesn't even know what the fucking house this is.
Ya la vendí, güey.
No, y le mandé fotos.
Güey, es la que rentó ayer, güey. 60,000 bolas, güey. La
Obviously,
pinche
look at
casa
my
nunca va a
pictures.
salir, güey. Ya está rentada, güey.
No.
Hey, you liked it, mother.
I'm waiting for the review for that one.
Ya sé que you just liking shit. You're not even fucking paying attention.
Me pescó en curva.
Sí, oye, güey.
Acaba de mandar, compadre.
Oh, my bad. It's listed. It's listed, and I got it under contract. So, but I'll see it tomorrow. Thanks for the
Hey,
listing.
that is a custom home.
Oh, hey, no fire. Oh, hey, did you actually see the house? Yeah, I did. I walked it.
Are you gonna do a review of that one? or-
I sold it, but
¿Dónde, güey? Ya se rentó, güey. Ya viven unos güeyes ahí, güey.
The Triangle one.
Yeah.
That's a custom.
It's a custom, but the client wants to reveal it.
I think you posted that like maybe like unos 3-4 meses.
Sí.
You posted
The
just
plans.
Like the plans went out.
Yeah.
Like, y-
And the framing.
válgame, ¿sabes más que yo? Are you stalking him or what?
Güey, ¿quién es toker el pinche JP,
Güey,
güey?
párate.
I thought JP measuring, okay, this long.
Güey, you're a builder or an appraiser, güey.
I'm like, hey, let me go buy a cul-de-sac.
Anda buscando chamba de real estate.
Sí, güey. JP, the next appraiser in
Ando
town.
buscando un cul-de-sac para hacer la misma casa de Ronnie.
Hey, si la veo te la quemo, compadre.
No, for real.
No, but I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Lose my number.
I'm getting customs and I'm like, you sure you want to build in a cul-de-sac?
You sure you don't want
Oye, güey, ya me imagino el pinche JP, güey. Dios en le cul-de-sac left. El pinche terreno está medio feo, pero I got a badass floor plan.
Está con madre. You want to see it,
Sí,
Bill?
sí, sí, es un pinche triángulo, güey, pero está bien bueno.
Triángulo, güey.
Algo pasa ahí. Algo venden.
That's fun.
We'll have a reveal on that one too,
Yeah,
bro.
it's gonna
Please
look
come
nice,
see it.
bro, yeah.
That'll be a little bit later.
But
Is that the one on
everyone-
Brentwood at
It's
the,
in
at
the
the corner?
cul-de-sac.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure out where the Triangle House is.
Y bien confundido, güey.
Ya le vendió, ya le
He's gonna go
vendió.
check MLS.
Yolanda, did we pick up a listing on a triangle? I'm calling my staff. They're like, no, sir, we haven't signed that.
But everyone's invited to the reveals.
What a good time.
Come out if you're in the industry and you want to meet people in the industry. If you want to see a good built product, come out. Get to meet people like people you have here, people that have gone through neat and greedy, that have made something out of nothing, started in a cubicle, gave up a job, gave up a pharmacy.
PhD.
What was it? A
PhD.
Psychology.
psychology.
Damn, Elsa's been reading los cabrones.
Mírala.
Hey.
She's been
Mira.
like all of us while we're
Mira.
here talking.
Compadre, you've been on a study since we got here. She's never closed the She's never closed the
Pinche JP bien medido, güey.
Ya no estoy bien,
Elsa,
todo.
yeah, this is all fun and games, okay? You can still close.
Intake notes, referrals, and everybody. I'm like, okay.
That's some bullshit. You need to disclaim that. You
We're
need
all
to
living
disclaim.
with
Right? You know, people like that should disclaim it, güey. Hey, I'm a
feel
psychiatrist,
violated
güey.
right
Like, I can read your fucking mind, okay? Cabrón, soportate bien, güey.
The body language
Shows up to the
volume
first
here.
showing and you're like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not showing you anything after this.
All representation
you're not
agreement
buying.
is ended.
Would you say that has helped you in real estate? Having that and being able to read what's in front of you, the people that you're showing houses to?
Absolutely. I think one of the important essential skills to have as an agent, well, as any, right, but as an agent, is to be able to adapt to each individual's personality, their needs, how to respond to them, how to interpret what they're saying. Recognizing that situations are not personal, they're just, I mean, that's just the way they are. Some people are just built differently than we are. So it's absolutely been very helpful. It's been able to assist me in recognizing
I
signs.
completely agree with you.
I can-
Being able to read people.
Yes, I have some clients. I still have. He's an investor, and we'll go in and look at properties. He's silent the entire time, but I know his message just by the body language,
Yes.
the eyes, if it's a or a. There's those. So definitely, it's helpful, very helpful.
That's awesome.
You know, a lot of people.
Were you
think-
from Roma? You read those messages real quick. So yeah.
Oh, yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, I don't have that PhD, but man, do I read it real quick.
En nuestra county, güey. ¿Qué chingas pasa en nuestra county, güey? No, but seriously, Mario, like going back to your question, brother, I really think that reading people, it's a blessing. It is the number one thing that can help you in business and just about anything. A lot of people think that a good sales rep talks a lot. No. It's the one that
Look at how
listens.
quiet I've been this
It's the one that
whole
listens
15
the
minutes.
most.
I'm like listening.
Elsa, pero no estamos, aquí nadie está vendiendo nada. Aquí no estamos vendiendo nada. No, but seriously, guys, like being able to listen, it's a game changer. Most people, correct me if I'm wrong, Elsa, they close themselves.
Absolutely.
All they need is assurance.
Yeah.
If you know, if all you're doing is listening, if you're showing a house, if you're selling a blueprint, people will close themselves. All they need is that assurance. How many times have you heard that? They're like, right, Ronnie, right?
Yes.
That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. Or you might as well take the contract out and just sign it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, like Elsa says, it's not words, it's the body language.
You gotta learn how to read all that.
You know, one thing that I took from you from the lunch that we had was that one thing that you talk to your agents about is being positive.
Yes.
And one thing he told me was that when he gets to his office and if he sees people that are like with no energy, he tries to like lift them up. Like, hey, necesitas que levantar la energía. And
Wait, es que energy is what drives anybody. Si
It's
andas
it's
agüitado,
magnetic. The energy, it's magnetic. And it's
contagious.
Yes, as well. Mm-hmm.
si andas agüitado, güey, vas a agüitar a toda la pinche oficina.
Qué hueva.
Yeah. I mean, when I come in, it's all about having fun and, making money in the process.
Absolutely. You have to have that kind of energy and that drive to get something accomplished. Otherwise, pues no hacer nada.
But
no,
you're-
güey, no, nomás estás agüitado, güey, pensando en tus pedos.
Y luego me vas a agüitar a mí, güey.
Sí, pues no mames.
Mejor vete pa' allá, como que le dice el
Sí,
George.
sí, sí, güey.
I didn't hurt you, bro.
you have some of the
At
best
least George,
realtors that
get
came
out of here and
out.
come back when you're happy. Or
Yeah. Well, honestly, I am extremely proud. Obviously, I'm not a school, bro, but
No,
just
but you
for-
have
for-
had some of the most, like some power hitters come out of your school.
Well, I mean, just think about it. For example, Patty. Patty came out of Imperio. Now the firm is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Element. Maria came out of Imperio. Element is a powerhouse. Gisela, same thing with Monarca. She's a powerhouse. Andres, Dominion. Mi compadre Andres, güey, he's fucking killing the market. Like a lot of the companies, at least 5 of the top 20 companies out there have come out of Imperio.
Right.
What's
And
the
I'm-
secret to that success?
The Jorge factor, brother.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the attitude. What do you think it is? Is it? I believe in
Being positive. It's all how you see things. I mean, it's just about not taking no. I mean, it's just look for the way around it.
right.
I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's not that you don't want to be negative. It's not that you're extremely positive and you don't see reality. It's just you find a way around it. And you have to focus on the positive.
Right. Because the reality of this game, guys, is that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's a roller coaster. You have your up and you have your down. And one thing that JP and I have been in the slums together, doing things, whatever we have to do to acquire listings or whatnot. And
we threw a fishing tournament to acquire listings.
Yeah.
The thing is that what I'm
We had a great fucking
You know,
time.
Jorge feeding his success and the powerhouses of the people that have left his businesses, that he's running a business that is going to become successful regardless, and he's not trying to push them to the wall and make them do things that they're by ethics and at such, but it's gonna get done. Like he just wants them to be successful.
He's helped them
He's
grow.
helped them grow, and he's not asking for much. He's asking for very little, and that's great because I work for a brokerage that is. We're all about compliance, and that's me. I come from the medical industry. My background is medical, so I need that. And then there's companies that they do not need that, and they become successful. So you're doing a great thing, and just mentoring people that are going to do great things in in their shape or form, you know. So and good.
Yeah,
good-
I mean, I'm really proud to say we're actually number 2. Imperio is number 2 in transactions. Obviously, Keller Williams number 1, but Imperio is number 2 in transactions. I think we closed like 700 files already this year to date,
That's a lot.
Congrats.
and we're number 3 in volume. Volume being money.
That's awesome.
That's a lot.
Congrats, brother.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And it's all,
I love having you guys in STBA. Obviously, man, it's important for us to have the best as builders, to have the best in our organization.
yeah,
So
and it's
Kudos,
important.
yo.
It's,
Look at Ronnie. He did his hair to come here today.
I did.
He had a blowout.
Stop looking.
Todo el pinche pedo, güey. Todo el pinche pedo,
Look
güey.
at that shit. Damn. That what? That what?
Somebody that doesn't criticize my hair.
Beautiful hair, Ronnie. Beautiful hair.
Thank you, JP. Thank you.
You're full of shit.
You're not getting the
Triangle
listing.
house.
You're not getting the listing, bro.
You're not getting the listing, bitch. We know you're lying.
Baby, I don't care if you lie to me, but tell me how good I look. It's always a fun time with y'all, man.
Yeah.
Always a fun time.
Just you know, you-
End of the year, what is it looking like? What is the market looking like for you guys?
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great, especially because we got to wrap up a lot of those investors' developments. We have a lot of upcoming fourplexes that we got to work on. So I think it's going to be very, very, very good. You know, so it's just going to be a matter of marketing the right way and getting those investors to come in and invest in those last fourplexes that we're going to be building, and then comes a different era. So I think.
How many of you guys are marketing outside of just our region? Putting dollars into
I am.
good.
No.
We need that, right? As
No.
builders.
Well, I mean, guys, obviously, I don't want to get political, especially in Mexico, but for some reason,
But here I go.
yeah, but here I go. So I got this. It's not an agent. He's a builder slash developer, well, mostly builder, right?
You got Biden, he dropped off, and then can't work with Imperio. or what? Biden works with
A ver,
Imperio.
espérate, carnal. So,
Pinche
So,
Biden,
no
mira,
politics.
we-
No religion.
So George is running for president.
you know what? I'm gonna run, guys. Ronnie.
¿Nos vamos o qué?
There's a lot.
Córrele, güey, córrele, vámonos.
Vámonos sin pagar, güey, chingue tu madre.
A ver, espérate, este pie va a pagar este pedo, güey, no mames.
Eso espero, güey.
you guys are our guests.
Si va a pagar el CBA, tráeme otro, si no, no.
Viejo,
Chinga, oye, yo tomando Black Lego bien pendejo, güey. Sácate el blue, güey. Oye, no, seriously, guys. Wait, I've been noticing a lot of people from Mexico getting rid of their properties in Mexico, bringing their money over.
We talked about this last time.
Yeah, we talked about it because
Yeah.
apparently there's something going on. Like they want to start taking away
you
properties.
talked about it,
They
but
gotta-
it
they
seemed
gotta
like
grow-
it was
they
a
gotta grow
surprise.
prices.
Well,
And that was
I'm seeing
pretty
it at-
awkward because
I'm seeing it
it's not a surprise.
But
It's
when I
happening.
But what
I
did you?
asked, and nobody seemed to know anything
Right.
about it.
You said
And
you
I
wanted to
and
know
I
what
was
and
surprised that
I
nobody
was
knew anything about it.
surprised because that's an industry that should know more about it.
They
But
should.
But what's happening? You're saying they're taking away properties?
Pues, güey, al parecer, they're trying to, like, not really doing it yet, but, you know, the new president that's coming in, como que sí, güey, va a empezar a quitar, you know, propiedades. Like, I mean, I don't want to say it's going into a communist state or anything like that because I really have no idea. But people are.
there's fear.
Yeah, there's fear.
There's fear.
They're fearful.
And there's fear because they've invested and they've made very, very good wealth in their country, and now they want to bring it into the States because they are afraid.
La quieren sacar, güey.
Sí,
La
compadre,
quieren
están
sacar.
asustados.
It was,
están
it was
asustados.
the last podcast that we had with the lenders. Remember I asked,
Por
hey,
eso.
have you guys heard anything?
Y
coming-"
nadie.
Nadie supo nada.
Y eso me sorprende
as
porque es algo-
lenders, as
Güey,
lenders,
yo lo estoy viendo
work
at the
your
title
Mexican
company.
national programs. Why? Because there's a bunch of them
Oye,
coming.
don't el Lender, güey, ya se fue el
Güey,
Lender, güey. Oye,
Oye,
se fue
sí,
hecho madre,
güey.
güey. Nomás oyó la gente de México, se fue hecho madre el vato, güey.
No, le traen cola, güey. ¿no?
Gomez 3 has
No.
left the
Que
building.
dijo antes de que antes de que llegue aquí nos
Oye, güey, toda la
Lo
hora que
rodeen.
traigo mexicano aquí, güey, que su madre ya me voy.
déjame voy para Hueslaco donde no hay broncas.
East Texas.
On that note, what, this year we're already going for our next election, right? So
We are, yeah, November. We'll see what happens.
see what happens. Either they take advantage of the high interest rates right now, or if we get the president that we deserve, then we get a 5, and then as a builder, then we're winning.
Well, we
Pues,
don't know.
sí, güey, pero checa esto, JP. And you have to agree with me on this, bro.
Yeah.
si los precios suben, then who the hell is going to afford the properties?
Well, it's not that the prices were going to go up, right? It's just that at a higher, at a 5% interest, not that the prices will go up, but as more people
But they
come to-
will go up.
They
Well,
will go up, and we'll be in the multiple offer again.
Let's just say that they
Supply
don't,
and demand.
Let's just say they don't go up, right? Let's just say, hey, ¿sabes qué? Como Ronnie dijo, we don't gotta sell our houses anymore, a little bit more high, right? But then the seller concessions will end, right? Right now they're getting 15,000. I just told you some guy 15,000 for
Yeah.
the house next door.
Tu vecino, güey, yeah.
15,000. You know what I mean? 13,000 less in asking price. Like right now, those are the deals that you can make left and right if you're buying at a 7. You won't see those deals when you're buying at a 5. You know what I mean?
No.
You
No,
won't, so.
no, güey, porque ese vato is going to have multiple offers.
Yeah, we're not
So,
talking
pura
about-
chingada que te va a dar
Let's
nada.
not even talk about prices might go up, right? Let's just talk about the deals will no longer be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You won't get 15 and 13. You know what I mean?
The reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price reduction. You know, we had a question come in, and
And 3 pallets of grass in the sofa.
Oye, sí, güey, todo quieren esta pinche gente.
we had a question come
Beto
in.
with
and,
Earthworks.
From the audience, from the
Check
audience.
him out.
we
Yeah,
had,
shout out to Beto
Shout
with
out to
Earthworks.
they just
Yeah.
text me and they want to know how since we had touched politics, they want to know how
Viene
one
manejando y
how do we
viene,
feel
eh,
about the assassination
podcast.
attempt on Trump, and how do you all feel about Biden dropping out and now Miss Kamala is in the running? So first the assassination
Look,
on Trump.
Biden dropping out.
Chingada madre, güey. I don't want to get started on this topic, bro.
Oh wait, no, that's a different topic. We're
Yes,
doing well. We're
yes,
talking
yes.
about real estate,
Chingada
and we
madre,
want to
güey.
make sure that we want to make sure that we
and-
keep.
and
We gotta
Biden-
keep.
We gotta keep the peace.
Yeah, we gotta
Who
keep the
asked?
peace.
Who asked? Who's the
Be-
instigator?
Puro frontón, puro frontón.
Really
You're
guilty
stepping
dropping
on
out.
toes.
Ah,
You
shit.
watch it there.
Now,
If you want to be a
Bueno,
great,
vamos a
great
dejar.
real estate agent,
Él se
you
empieza,
don't
güey,
get
que él se
it-
empiece,
you
güey,
don't
él se
get it-
empiece.
what do you think? What do you think?
Hey,
Miss
wait, no,
Elsa?
I don't think anybody's understanding what y'all are saying. One at a time.
What do you think, Miss Elsa? What do you think? We're like the question was like, how do you feel about the assassination, the attempt, and now how do you feel about Miss Kamala replacing Biden? I guess after he got COVID.
Not being a political expert, but just being an American, I think it's important to state that it is un-American, unacceptable, and completely inappropriate to shoot anyone, regardless if they are a presidential candidate or not.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my stance on that, regardless of who the person is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. That was really crazy. Yeah. I was like, what happened?
there is absolutely no room for violence in our democratic society.
No.
None.
Period.
No one should deserve to die if they believe in something.
Not in democracy.
No.
Especially when you have kids and.
Come on, man. Like, come on, man.
And if we're talking real estate, Trump is one of the biggest real estate gurus there has been. You know, the guy is a real estate Mongol. So, I mean, shout out to him. What the empire he's built, and I mean, to address the question, I mean, I'll address it. It was just horrible, like Ms. Elsa said. You know, nobody should have to deal with that or get shot at, especially any person, not a person that's running for presidential office, just in general, a person. You know, that is really crazy. And to answer the question about Kamala, I mean, that was the next in line. Yeah. That's the person that's next in line after Biden. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think anybody knows enough about her, truly,
No.
right? Or the public doesn't know enough about her to have a, you know.
Let's stick to selling real estate.
Next question.
Yeah. Let's stick to selling real estate. And
I don't watch
let's move
the
on.
news.
As a real estate agent, I can't really pick red or blue because it's not selling anything to me. But
No. And I think as a real estate agent, you should really stay away from those topics.
yeah.
But well, I mean, here in the valley, we are in a very deep blue, right? It's a blue.
Let's talk real estate.
Let's moving on from colors.
Thank you for the question.
If you want to affect change, run for politics locally.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Or start organizations that help each other out.
Yes.
But it was not good. Not good shit in Trump.
No, not
Nice.
good.
Real estate.
Let's talk real estate, guys.
Shame on that builder, man. He's instigating.
Shout out to I got you, dog. But
¿Quién era, güey? ¿Quién era?
We want Golden Valley to keep growing.
So how many that JP? 24. Sí, ¿verdad? Sí, güey.
I like it, bro. No, actually feeling super happy about that, bro. 7 months, you know what I mean? I'll hit a year, so super excited about that. I mean, in this business, like I mean, every time I see Jaime at an event, right? And I think, how many times have I told you, Jaime? I mean, maybe 3-4 times. But every time I see Jaime, I'm like, hey, Jaime, your goals, bro. I look up to you. You know what I mean? And to be sitting here next to Jaime, I mean, Jaime's been in the business. You said 6 years. One of the best in the game. We got
Number one, bro.
We got Jorge over here with like a bunch of 7 real estate companies, a title company. And it's like we're not competing against each other. You know what I mean?
No, güey, para nada.
All it is here.
We're in business together.
It's markers.
We're not
right?
a competition.
All it is to me is markers, right? You're marking where I need to be, right, or where I want to be, right? It's not like, oh, I want to. It's markers, right?
Bro,
Okay.
and I tell my people this, Jaime, and you know, sorry to interrupt you. This is the only industry, brother, in which your competition, because ultimately we are competing against each other, but it is the only industry in the world which your competition is your friend. Because if you go to Walgreens and you want some prescription and they don't have it, the guy doesn't call CVS. No. You know? I mean, like, no hay, way. This is the only industry in which Elsa, if you're looking for something in Harlingen and she doesn't have it, she'll probably call me or call you or call Jaime, like, hey, Jaime, no tienes nada, güey.
¿Y qué haces así eso? Porque ya no están MLS.
No, y es cierto. Y te voy a decir una cosa. Sí, te voy a decir una cosa.
We cannot be fighting, güey.
You can call Jaime right now and be like, hey, I'm looking for some.
No hay nada, vato.
A triangle. Maybe like a triangle. No tengo ni una, bro. No
Never heard of it.
Never heard of a triangle house. Never heard of a triangle.
It's interesting to just mention this really quick. I have about 5 to 7 listings from another agent. And it's not one agent, it's 2 agents. And they called once and they said, Jaime, I can't sell it. And I really, really care for this client and I really want to sell it. How about you sell it because you're the one that has a presence, you're the one that has a social media followers. Are you willing to talk about a genius? Are you willing to pay a referral if I give you this lead because I can't sell it and I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I just can't handle this anymore? Absolutely. I closed all those and it's been about 3 months. It was about 4 to 6. I closed them all. Everybody got paid. My company did it. We sold it. But they didn't stick in a bubble thinking, shit, I'm gonna lose this listing. No, they thought outside the box. They connected me with a seller. And they sold it.
right.
Yeah.
Shit. You know,
And
I was like, what a smart lady.
Yeah.
A very respectful, you know, hardworking, wealthy lady that, you know, I mean, she, yes, I'm not on social media. Yes, I'm not in front of everybody. So, you know, can I get 25% off this sale and I'll give you the lead? Let me give you 3. And we sold them and she got paid. And she did not lose because she was this close to losing the listing.
Yeah.
So, wait, talk about a smart entrepreneur that said, de eso y nada.
Yes.
And next time she's having any issue, who she can call?
Jaime.
It's been the second time that she does this.
Good.
And that's what it's about.
Ya no le hablaron al otro vato, güey. Te hablaron a ti.
But that's what it's about, guys. That's honestly what it's about. Realizing who can help you and leveraging that, you know. That's honestly what, and that's what SCBA is. Plugging in SCBA, that's what it is. You know, it's just a network of people coming together and helping each other. You know, I recently had I've had 2 builders contact me. We actually had other 2 people that had just requested that they want to join through leases, and right or wrong. And I had 2 builders call me and they're like, "Hey, I like what the video that y'all posted about the gallery."
Oh, that was great. I don't know if I got a chance to comment, bro. That was great.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Estuvo bien mamalona ese
Awesome
ejercicio.
job.
By the way.
Very nice video,
Yeah.
Mario.
I didn't do anything. He recorded me.
Yeah. Number se aventaron.
But
Se aventó Ulises, güey. Se aventó Ulises.
Ulises is a genius, man. But they called me. They're like, "Hey, man, we like what you're doing. We like what you guys are standing for, and we want to compete. We want to show that we do have a product that meets the standard." And that's what it's
Bring
about.
the product, man. Bring
Yeah.
the product.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do for the gallery is we're gonna put people like Mr. Jaime Lee, people like Elsa. We're gonna get our mortgage companies involved, and we're gonna get everybody involved to be at these houses. Last year was a testing ground for us, but we had builders sell homes. We had builders pick up custom homes. How many clients did you pick up that weekend, Ronnie? That you could say that you picked up clients? 3 clients.
Yeah, we closed 3 houses from the last one.
They closed 3 houses in 2
From
weekends.
the buyer's gallery?
No, from the last gallery.
Yeah, the gallery.
From the last gallery, we sold 3.
So when is it, Mario? October what?
It's the last weekend of October and the first weekend of November.
Oh, you-
I
You're
got
not in
the
it?
doormats, right?
Yes.
Not yet. I need to make
You
sure that
gotta
I
be
still,
in it, bro.
I
You
gotta
have
make sure
to.
I still have a house left over.
Yeah.
We honestly have the
Did you hear
best.
that?
I sold it.
Mario,
all-
¿cuándo
I
es,
sold
güey?
everything.
The last weekend of October, which is the 27th and the 28th. And then you have the 2nd and the 3rd of November.
Elsa, I recommend that you
And-
participate in some sort of advertising. I hope I
So
do
what we
this.
do
Hey,
is
Mario,
we give
can
companies.
we put a fourplex in there?
Like
Yes, you can put a fourplex.
I'm doing the
Okay.
doormats. I've done it, and they continue to be there. Like
Like at the office.
I still use them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm doing those. But like your logo in the restroom. That was a really popular one because you can put your QR code and they can scan it and they
perfect.
can, you
Yeah.
know,
You
so
have a logo in the restroom?
just FYI, yeah.
What do you mean logo in the restroom?
So
The mirror, you know,
So we
especially
have-
because people that's a really confined space and
Can't miss it.
we
you
have
can't
a-
miss it.
We
You know,
have
so
we have another
Everybody
genius.
has a little bit of vanity, right?
When we-
Everybody's gotta
Yeah.
look in the mirror.
When we
Right.
took on this role last
Dude,
year,
you want to talk about mirrors?
Do it.
Look at Ambra, way. I mean, that fucking mirror is famous.
Yep.
In the
aquí abajo,
restroom.
güey,
In the restroom.
aquí abajo, güey. Es más,
Oye, aquí,
we'll
güey,
take
no
an
mames.
right now we'll take an
We all
SWA.
should take one, güey.
Yeah,
Yep.
on the way
Yeah,
out.
you know,
Put the logo in the
that's
restroom.
actually trending.
Can you stop talking about Toloa and Ambra at
Ese fue
Doble
JP, güey.
M?
Ese fue JP, güey.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking get fired here, dude.
Güey, yo ni siquiera voy para allá, güey. Yo ni siquiera voy para allá, güey.
Tolada, no, aquí, puro hambre. No.
Chingada madre, JP. ¿Qué onda con JP, güey?
Ya no le den.
Sí, ya. Por favor, ya no le traiga nada a este vato, güey.
Nada Toloa, puro Ambra. What?
I'm gonna cut you out.
Madre, no
Va de
estamos-
el vato de reversa, güey. En el express, güey.
Mucho madre reversa, güey.
Ah, raza. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres?
Originally, I am from San Juan.
San Juan.
Te voy a echar verga por San Juan.
Sí, güey, recoge tu fuente, güey. Oye, un alcalde, güey, Mr. Commissioner, can you pick up your son?
Where are you? I'm the one in reverse on the expressway.
Ahí va por, güey, llévatelo para su casa, güey. Anda cagándola acá en mis.
Vengo en reversa con la trailer, güey.
Estamos en el express, güey, y el vato. Oye, estamos en el. Oye, párate, estamos en el express, güey, el vato anda en Auburn y Trenton a la verga, güey. Párate, chief, no se ha salido de allá.
¿Por cuál vienes, güey?
Sí, güey.
¿Por cuál vienes? Este pero vengo en la vamos, bueno, se ve, güey.
I'm getting the loop. Chinga, qué
We are at Doble M. We are at Doble M. What an amazing place.
They're very kind, very kind.
Grupo Méndez, muchas gracias por.
Yeah, no, thank you.
por
For the
tenernos
record, I
aquí.
probably leave about 20% of my check here every weekend. Chingada madre, güey, ¿qué hago?
Sí.
But going back to the gallery real quick, it's like how Jaime was saying, you are going to have opportunities to sponsor certain things, and these things will be placed throughout the houses. Those opportunities are obviously for the realtors, the lenders, and companies just like building companies, flooring companies. Last year was the first year that we had hired Paco. Best decision that we could have made. Paco is a genius. He delivered. And he's going to deliver again. We've already exceeded the number of entries that we had last year. Last year we had 16 entries. We're at 21 right now. We're looking at about 25 to 28 homes this year. It's going to be a full-on 2-weekend event. And we will have the award ceremony at Brookhaven. Shout out to the Mats boys. They're hooking us up with the place, gave us a great price. We are going to have Grupo Sincero play also that night. Jaime will be doing some songs for us as well, and along with
Árboles de la barranca por Querón.
Here we go.
Enverdecido.
El vato de la guitarra, por favor, tráiganlo, güey. Por favor, tráiganlo, güey. Anyway, for the record, I really wanted to be in it, and I talked to my.
Oh, I thought you really wanted to sing. I was like, for the record.
Oh, yeah, wait.
You're gonna have to be backup because I'm the.
I talked to my construction people, pero ni de pedo terminan, güey. I mean, you all know we just finished our development on 29 and Trenton.
Yeah.
Wait.
Pero
no
usa la
hemos
title
empezado.
company, güey. Use the title company to your
Yeah, no,
advantage
get
for
the
this.
title in
It doesn't
there
have to be.
so we
Don't
can-
don't
so we-
use.
Yeah.
Use the title company.
Yeah, one of my houses.
Ah, no.
Yeah. So
without a doubt, without a doubt.
Yo,
Yo,
Ya deja de ser
Right in there.
ofrecido, güey. No mames. Use me, yeah. Reveal me, pay me. Calm down.
Chingada madre, güey.
We started off with the podcast as, why did we invite this guy?
Wait, maybe because he's the number one agent in the OGV, güey.
No más por eso.
Sí, sí, güey. He'll be number 2, no lo invitamos, güey. No lo invitamos, güey. No. ¿Para qué lo quieres el vato, güey? No sabe. No sabe lo que está haciendo.
Lose my number.
Bloqueame, vato.
Base.
And with that, he's out. No, but you.
Good time.
Oye, no, sí, güey, pero hay que hacer algo with the title company.
Yes.
I wanted to be in it con una casa, güey, on the latest development. Pero chingada madre, apenas nos dieron permisos ayer.
Don't worry about
There's
it.
no way. There's no way we'll have it completed.
We will have next year as well. But with the title company, we will be able to place you with a builder. Ronnie already called that. So you'll be there.
Sí,
And-
ahí nos ponemos,
but
ya.
not just with Ronnie. You know, if you have a big team, we can put you with other. We have 21 homes right now. So we need to make sure that everybody has agents out on the field. You know, everybody. You know, I want to make sure that people are getting what they've invested into SCBA. And the best way I can do that is by putting you at the product.
Yes.
Get at the product. Make your sales. It's like Ronnie said. Our main purpose is creating a network, and our network right now is flourishing. To the people that are listening, if y'all take anything from this, look at how they work a network. They work a network and they stick close to it. You know, you're only as strong as your network, and that's what SCBA is. So for the people like these guys, they're members, right? So I got to make sure that they are getting something out of this.
Mario,
you know?
and I always said it, bro. I mean, how many agents, builders, people in the industry are there? Maybe 5,000. But let's be honest, how many actually matter, güey? Son bien poquitos, maybe like 200 people,
I mean, if
300 at most.
Like
Y
I
ente-
said earlier, like if you go to a restaurant and you don't know who they are, then
Sí, no, pues no, güey, tírate león.
que te le habla.
Let's bring the sauna. Then
Sí, ahí te quedas, güey, carnal, ahí te quedas, güey. Get back in line, bro.
Everywhere I go, everybody knows me.
No, I mean, it's very important to be known, right? Like, I mean, that's what you're doing, Vegas y todo, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and for as you know, being the director of this organization, I just want to say thank you to you guys for coming in. You know, I know that it's iffy, and sometimes you're like, what am I going to join? What am I going to do? But it's glad to hear that you've found help in here. It's glad to hear that he's had a lot of success with SCBA, and it's glad to see new faces come in. And I want you guys to also use this network to your advantage, because that's all it is. It's using this network to an advantage. And to new builders that want to come into SCBA, come into SCBA. You have people like Ronnie, people like Jaime, people like George, Elsa, JP.
And it's not to our advantage; it's to everyone's advantage. So everybody that's here needs to encourage other agents. At first it was like, am I going to be the only agent?
You were
Bullshit.
Hell
Yeah,
yes.
wait a minute, I think que sí, no?
But I'm trying-
He was, right? He was the only one?
at the beginning.
For a while, it
Pero
was hard.
porque me moché, güey, yo pagué. Nadie quería pagar.
I'm trying to figure out, ¿tú eras el first parliamentarian o algo así, no?
I was
You had a politician
And
position.
I'm like, how did Jaime keep the order? No sé. but you did it.
It worked.
That was harder with these folks. I think that's harder than real
It
estate.
worked, so it's now time that Elsa, talk to your builder friends that are not in SCBA to come in. Talk to your agents that because it's not about, there's no greed in this. It's about it's a win-win situation.
Work with the best.
Call me
Yeah.
crazy, but just because Elsa is here and she's honestly stronger in Harlingen than anywhere else, I think. Have you thought about going to Cameron County, like STBA Cameron County?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've thought about it.
We're not ready to announce that yet. But yes.
But yes.
I'll open up another office.
coming soon.
Give me a little space and I'll put my desk
Ándale,
there. With,
Mario, Mario, Jaime.
No, me ve a mí, me dice Mario.
güey,
So me llamo Jaime, güey.
No, hombre, güey, no mames, Mario. Chingada madre,
Jaime. Yo soy Jaime, güey.
Aquel contolón, este cree que eres Jaime.
Sí, güey, o sea, me ve y me dice, Jaime. No.
Chingada
I'm insulted.
Ay, mijo. Claro.
I agree with
No,
you.
para mí no, güey, ese no.
George,
Yo no tomo esa madre.
I agree with you, Jorge. When I met, like, I mean, just looking at Mario's videos on the internet, like, it's like, they're great. They're great.
First of all, he's Jaime.
Chingada madre, Jaime. Te digo estos vatos, güey.
It's okay. Déjalos.
Would you all? Does anybody want to say anything before we close?
If
out?
we do open Harlingen, obviously we're going to need some support. Because to get an organization started from scratch is not easy.
Oye, güey, yo nomás abrí el hocico lo pendejo. Guys, I didn't mean to
I
put
love
you on
it.
the spot in any way, shape, or form, güey. Like, seriously, like,
well,
That's going to happen soon, and we're going to need support.
but
So we're going to come at you.
If there's builders that want to compete in the gallery is not just subject to McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission, FAR, San Juan. It is subject to Westaco, Dana, Yugudu, La Feria. Anybody that wants to compete can compete. So what Baco does is that he organizes the map in order for people to go to every house. And we're also having an S2BA magazine that's going to come out, and the magazine is going to show all the listings, all the houses, and you like the starting point of what would be the fastest route. If you start, over here in Mission, you can start at this house, and you can trickle your way down all the way to Westaco. And then if vice versa, if you're in Westaco, you can start in Westaco, and you can trickle all your way down to Mission. So if you're interested as a builder and you want to compete, come and show that you're the best. Come and show that you have a great product. Let us know. You can come. You can find us at stba.org. You can call me at 956-388-0705 at any time. I mean, like these guys say, I answer my phone. My job is my phone. I answer my phone. I'm here to help you. We are open to every region of the valley for the gallery. For the gallery right now, we're open to every region. We're solely right now operating in the Hidalgo area. This is where we live. This is where I can service. But eventually, I want to take over the world. So
there you go.
My favorite part of the video, like Ronnie was saying, that Yuli did a great video with Mario. My favorite part of that video was when Mario's like, there's no participation award on it.
No. No, I don't believe in participation awards, and I don't believe that people should pay just to get an award. I believe that people should earn an award and anything in life. I hear that they give participation awards to children now, and I think that's horrible. I think that they're teaching children just to compete, you should get an award. No, I think that winners get an award, and if you earn your award, you will get an award. And that's the same with adults. So I believe that you need to bring your best game forward in order to win an award.
I agree with you, bro. I completely agree with you. You cannot just get an award and recognition just because you're there.
Yeah, no. Just because you pay to enter doesn't mean you should get an award. That is taking the value out of an organization. But before we close, would you guys like to say anything else?
Thank you for inviting me here, Mario. It was a great show. Really happy to be sitting amongst some of the best people in real estate.
At Double M.
At Double M.
Please, bro. Please do not
Let's
forget who you are, güey. His name is Jaime.
Repeat after me.
One of the best.
Double M. One more time.
One of
Double M.
I'm super happy to be here at Double M at one of the best venues south of the
Güey, ya está tirando comerciales este güey.
South of the Expressway.
Lo van a venir a aventar de la ventana, güey. O sea,
Ahorita que suba aquí que te va a tirar la chingada.
te van a sacar.
Super happy to be here with you.
¿Qué estás tomando, güey?
Some of the best realtors in the valley, and one of the best venues south of the Expressway.
Oye, güey, ¿dónde vas para San Juan, verdad?
Sí.
Super happy to be here with you.
Sabes que me acuerdo the last time I saw you was, well, not the last time, it was your birthday, Ronnie, at Taboo. We had a little get.
Güey, you didn't go to
It was at
WM,
Taboo.
güey.
No, it was at Taboo at that little private room in the back.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago, and
No
that
manches,
you had just started.
Aquí todavía no brillan, aquí todavía no brillan.
You had just started, and you had a lot of questions, and I'll never forget that. You had a lot of questions, And obviously those questions were answered.
Yeah.
Not by myself, but by many other people
Many
you
other
were
people,
asking.
yeah.
And it was when you had just initially, and you were with a broker, I think.
At the time, I was either with Patti or I mean, we're not gonna
you
say
were a
what
good
we
friend. You were with a friend, but but it was your birthday.
Firm way, please.
It was,
no.
but yeah.
Patti knows.
Pero sí, no, qué
But
bueno.
no, yes, and you are confirming what I said, right? It's like, how did I learn so fast, or how did I get
Yeah.
to where I am
Yeah.
so fast, right?
Yeah.
It's like people say, like, man, you could look at my life and say, man, that guy was out there just drinking. You didn't understand the assignment. I was hanging around with a bunch of important people, like Ronnie, like Jaime.
Who were also drinking.
We're also drinking, but when people are drinking,
Oye, güey, ¿qué tiene malo eso, güey?
And here we are drinking.
But when people are drinking, they share with you more openly. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Bro, you cannot do business with someone that doesn't drink
If you're not drinking,
something
I'm not doing
with you.
business with you.
Claro, güey. Yo
Well,
tampoco, güey.
let's end this with a cheers, and let's end this with a blessing of a mid-year. And thank you, SBA, for the opportunity to have us here. And I think that we have great things coming. And the great things that are going to come to the people that work hard and the people that, make it happen every single day.
Yep.
Amen to that.
Absolutely, yeah. It's an amazing organization for network support and just you hang around people whom you aspire to be like, and I think that's what STBA is.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Let's end it with that.
Let's end it with that. I agree with Elsa.
Salud.
100%. Camaradas, un placer, cabrones, con todos.
Sí, que estén bien.
Elsa,
Salud.
a
Salud.
pleasure.
Guys,
you.
we have a skeet shoot
What is
tournament
this?
August 24th. Registration's still up if you guys want to compete. The winners will be the grand champions. We're giving away 3 gold belt buckles with the STBA logo in the middle. It's going to say the year, the skeet shoot tournament. They have been ordered. They will be coming down. That will be the first place prize.
Como 200 mensajes
We have
perdidos y la
a
chingada.
bunch of companies that have already sponsored, and we just want to say thank you to each and every member that is a part of SCBA. You guys are everything. You guys are the organization. We are beyond blessed to have members just like the people sitting here and every member that we have on the outside. Now we're going to spin the wheel. How many people did we get?
Wheel of Fortune.
How many?
Damn. That's
So
awesome.
we got 40 people that are going to be spinning the wheel. We're going to let's let Miss Elsa spin that wheel. The winner's going to get a dinner for 2 here at Doble M. Okay, guys?
Yeah, with my name on it. Sí, pues chingada madre, güey.
Porque yo creo que el de JP no va a estar.
Los de JP no, güey. Los de JP no los pongan, güey. A ver, cabrón, que te haga sponsor Toloa, güey.
Justin Medellín. Jason Medellín.
Jason Medellín.
I was like,
Toloa better
Justin.
have a
Hey,
free
shout
dinner.
out-
La
shout
Toloa
out
te va a tirar a
Jason.
León, güey. Cuando diga de que, who are you again?
Hey, Jason's one of our boys. Shout out to Jason. Dinner for 2 here at Doble M. Once again, thank you to all the members. You guys have made this organization strong. We just want to say thank you. I mean, we can't be anywhere without our members. And once again, just have pride about what we have. Have pride for the network that you guys have created. Love each other, help each other out. And Ronnie, thank you for being a part of this podcast with me every Wednesday. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for sitting here today.
Thanks for the invite.
No, thank you guys for giving me a little bit of time from y'all's busy schedule. Any questions that y'all may have, like I said, reach out to me at 956-388-0705. My name is Mario Guerrero, or look us up at stba.org. Any questions, we're here to help. Okay, guys? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.